love. Love, Theodore. Because there's so much you can do in this life that means nothing. But the one thing that means anything, and I'm sure of it now, is love.
Who's to say what's impossible?
Love, Theodore. Love while you still can.
This world keeps spinning and
Try to minimize all that bullshit they tell you to do, and just love.
you're changing everything.
Because life
And as the
can be so damn complicated,
reflections
and you just want to look around and ask
fade, in
questions.
some ways they remain the same.
You got no reason to ask questions.
To spread its wings, there's no stopping
When you have something as inexplicable as love, because you know there's no answers.
I wanna turn the whole thing upside down. I'll find the things they say just can't be them. I'll share the love I find with everyone. We'll sing and dance to Mother Nature's song. I don't want this feeling to go away.
Alrighty guys, I've been keeping you guys waiting long enough for this video. Here we are, finally, the intro video. But before I get to talking about intros, I need to show you another intro. Alright, so today we're going to talk about intros to YouTube series. Now, I remember when I was a kid and I watched YouTube all the time, right? And you know what? Everyone had an intro back then. I was even one of them to later on get an intro later down the line. And before you ask, no, these two were not my first intros. But, aside from that though, now that I bring it up, it's kind of weird seeing how intros nowadays on the internet are kind of a dying art form. So you know what? While it's dying out and being killed, I think the best thing to do is celebrate its existence. And you know what? The very first ever person online to have an intro was James Rolfe with the AVGN. But you know what? His show started in 2004. Like, what were some existing intros that existed before them? Now, keep in mind, while internet intros didn't exist, before AVGN, regular intros did. So, what existed before then, eh?
Now the story of a wealthy family who lost everything, and the one son who had no choice but to keep them all together.
Ah, yes. Live action. The greatest source of media ever. I mean, come on. This music, it is so fucking ballin', dude. Like, listen to me, man. Nothing animated can make anything better than this. I mean, after all, we all know the policy around here for what we do to any bubble blowing babies.
All bubble-blowing babies will be beaten senseless by every able-bodied patron in the bar.
Yes, because when I think of the greatest intros of all time, I think about carefree, royalty-free ukulele.
No. Wait.
I mean, come on. It's not like anything animated has like a really fucking good intro.
When there's trouble, you know who to call. Teen Titans. From the tower, they can see it all. Teen Titans.
Alright, no, that was only like one good example. I mean, come on. It's not like any more past that point. mean I'm not allowed to like this? What do you mean it was just a joke? No, it was not bad at all. It was actually really good. You harass people for liking this. You know they make live action stuff for kids too. You guys told me this show is like part of the liberal agenda. Yeah, I didn't know it was actually gonna be fucking good. Why do you guys only want me to watch fucking Taxi Driver 24/7 when I could be watching this? Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you knew this, but anyone who spends the rest of their life as a lower middle class taxi driver will be upset. That's not special. That's just normal. That's just how depression works. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I had to go on a little bit of a tangent because I fucking hate it when people say, "Oh, all animation is bad because I associate it with stuff that's for kids. Therefore, it's bad." Like, seriously, it's stupid and hypocritical. Stupid because, like I said before, there's good pieces of media that are animated out there that exist. And also because of the fact that they defend Skibbity Toilet, which I don't know about you. But for one, most of the audience of that are kids anyway. And for two, it's fucking retarded in like the worst way imaginable. I already made a video about it anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But you know what? We're not even here to talk about that. And even then, all of those intros came out a year prior to the intro to start all intros on the internet. So you know what? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the best intro of all time ever.
This game sucks.
This is the best way to start off a negative review of anything ever. Don't take my word for it. Take the word from everyone else who did the same thing afterwards.
Fuck this movie.
And before anyone says anything, no, this is not a derogatory comment to James Rolfe. This is a supporting comment to Mr. Enter. Fuck you! Man, it's so surreal that James Rolfe started off recording his fucking videos on his TV. I mean, come on, a lot of other YouTubers nowadays start off that way too. Some of which even still do so. Some of these videos have jokes in them that I don't think James would tell anymore today, or even later on after this point, before, modern day.
It makes me want to kill myself.
Keep in mind that this Karate Kid review was made at a simpler time. And by that I mean before 2007. If you know, you know. These old pre-intro AVGN videos are all so interesting. Like, there's so much to talk about. Like, take for example in this video where he's reviewing Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the video game, right? Like, the part over here where he's like prank calling fucking Jessica Rabbit, like, honestly though, like, it makes me want to do that in real life. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna call her.
Hi, I'm Sarah, considered your naughty nurse. Looking for a little fun and enjoyment. I am going fun, adventurous, and just looking for someone to come and spice my day up. If that someone is you, you know what to do. Hit me up. Let's talk. I'm an African American woman who loves life, fun, and enjoyment. Let's talk and have a good time.
To send a private message to this caller, press 1. To request a live chat with this caller, please record your message now. Press any key when finished. To send your message now...
Hey, Sarah, look, I know you're a man, and you know what? I'm a man too. We're gay together. Let's fuck. Your dick, my ass, now. Fuck! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Oh. Bart Simpson, bad thing. Homer, Bob pooping. Kalu, you are grinding for. Fuck! Vizzy Pop is pooping her pants. I'm pooping her pants. I'm pooping myself. Hey, oh, hey, ooh, hey. You ever play Sonic 06? It's more like Sonic 06. Sonic 06. Sonic 06. Sonic 06. Okay, I'm done.
To send your message now, press 1.
I hope you guys like that I did that because my Text Now account got banned.
Yep, unfortunately I'm banned from there.
Banned. Banned. He banned. You have been permanently banned.
Actually, never mind. It was a temporary ban. Huh. Who knew? And if you thought the beginning of these videos were crazy sometimes, just listen to how they end.
I want to nail Roger Rabbit to the fucking cross. So I did.
You know, this quote over here brings back so many memories, so I'm gonna name one. So there was this girl I was really into. She was like kind of like I don't know how to describe it, kind of like a rebel type punk type girl, right? She had like red hair and she was like really attractive. And like the thing about it is that like, bro, like she was like talking to her friends about how like we're gonna kill Eminem. I know obviously they were joking because like how are you gonna fucking do that? And I just checked the news recently and he's still alive. Actually, come to think about it, there's a news article saying that his fucking daughter visibly fucking or audibly or whatever it was. Yeah, she audibly fucking sobbed at his song and she quoted, she said, I can't do it anymore or whatever the fuck. I don't know what that's all about. I just heard about that recently. I'll look into it when I look into it. But anyway, so like yeah, the thing about it is that that happened, right? And like, well, no, no, not that. So like, the thing is that they said that about how they want to kill Eminem, and then I said, I have bigger fish to fry. I'm gonna nail Roger Rabbit to the fucking cross. And then they just, they loved it. It was like a laugh fest. It was awesome. God, yeah. That one's not even my favorite. No, this one is right here.
Cowabunga. Cow a fucking piece of dog shit. This game is diarrhea coming out of my dick. This game is as appealing as a fucking ooze-infested, dirty fucking sewer rat shit. I've had more fun playing with dog turds. Shredders my ass and splinters my balls. This game is an inside-out asshole regurgitating putrid anal fecal matter. I'd rather fucking yank all the hairs out of my scrotum. I'd rather drink diarrhea vomited out of a buffalo's anus. It sucking fucks, it fucking sucks, it fucking blows, it's a piece of shit. And I don't like it.
Oh my god, that is so fucking good, bro. Like, I swear, I should like use that on something. But you know what? Let me practice, okay? Cowabunga. Cow fucking piece of dog shit. This game's diarrhea coming out of my dick. This game's as appealing as a fucking ooze-infested, dirty sewer rat shit. I had more fun playing with dog turds. Shredders my ass and splitters my balls. This game is an inside-out, asshole, regurgitated, putrid, anal fecal matter. I'd fucking yank my chink while fucking hair comes out of my scrotum. It's too funny. It's too fucking. Hold on. Let me keep going. I'd rather drink diarrhea vomit out of a buffalo than say this. It's sucking fucks. It fucking sucks. It fucking blows. It's a piece of shit. I don't like it. Oh, that's a good. Oh, that's fucking good. Oh man. But like the crazy thing about it is that the most revolutionary video ever made on YouTube, technically, well, yes, it would be me at the zoo. But other than that, this, the Back to the Future review. I'm just gonna say it straight up. This fucking video is revolutionary in so many ways. And off the top of my head, I'll name the two main reasons. Reason number one, the clips used interchangeably through this video. Like, a ton of other YouTubers were to use this later on. James may have not used it as often, and a matter of fact, I only think he ever did this once. But plenty of other people like Nostalgia Critic did, who I'll talk about later, right? And, well, another reason, well, just take a listen.
I'd rather have a fucking buffalo take a diarrhea dump in my ear than...
I'd rather eat out the rotten asshole of a road-killed skunk than play this game.
Gee, doesn't that combination of words sound familiar? It's almost like I've heard them from somewhere before.
The angry Nintendo nerd.
Oh yeah, that's right, the iconic AVGN intro. Look, since this video is about intros and, you know, as far as I'm aware, these aren't copyrighted, I may as well just show them off in their entirety.
Gonna take you back to the past. Play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a road-killed skunk and down it with beer. see the tape.
I mean, obviously, this is just the prototype version of the intro, and it does get better later on, as can be seen right here.
He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Nintendo nerd.
Alright, so yeah, that intro right there that I just showed you, right? That made its first appearance in Mick Kids, which is like the episode that comes immediately after the Back to the Future episode. However, the thing about it is that with the Back to the Future episode, there's one more thing in there that I forgot to mention that I could consider as foreshadowing. Okay, I don't know if I would call this foreshadowing, but what I would call it is like the beginning of a trend where it's like, you know, James is going around fucking breaking the games and shit, and you know what, fine. However, if I am gonna call this foreshadowing to anything, it would be the Nintoaster, which made its first appearance in the Action 52 review, so yeah, I guess. Not only that, but I feel like after this moment, well, like way later, but still, we ended up getting the greatest Oni plays joke of all time. Or at least one of my favorites, that is.
I'll be the angry video game nerd. You be the game.
Okay,
Oh, what is this piece of shit?
it's me, E.T., I'm the video game.
Oh, fuck shit, dude.
Okay.
Fuck this.
Put me in the Atari.
I put you in my oven instead.
No, that's not where I belong.
Now you're broke.
You did it with a CG effect. No.
The end.
Okay. Wow. So that's what it's like to be the video game.
And it's funny that I mentioned foreshadowing here, mainly because of the fact that in his McKids video, he foreshadows two of his greatest videos he'll ever make. Okay, let's do a little bit of a time skip. I say this mainly because of the fact that, like, you know, we're mostly talking about the intros and not really just AVGN as a content creator himself, right? I could very easily do my own video on the Angry Video Game Nerd, but let's just focus on the intros, why don't we, shall we? Because, like, that's what we're here for. So I feel like it would be necessary to do a little bit of a time skip to his review on Rocky for the Sega Master System. Why? Because, well, this is where the name change had to happen. I mean, really think about it. He's not reviewing a Nintendo game. Because beforehand, he was the angry Nintendo nerd. Now, he has to be the angry video game nerd. And like, it's so crazy to think about how this change was made because of a character that shares the same name as me. Actually, no, it's a character that my name was actually based on. Well, 50%. The other half of my name was based on this commercial over here.
Come on, Bullwinkle. They're named after.
First President George Rockington.
That doesn't even make any sense.
But to be fair, that's the only significance that this video even has to begin with. I mean, hell, they had to write an entirely new song for season 2. And not only that, but the last episode of the season didn't even have the traditional song. But it did have something a little bit more interesting.
He's playing some games, the worst he recalls. He's gonna find out which one sucked the most balls. The angry video game nerd is here. Oh, he's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna go home and eat chicken and rice. The angry video game nerd is here. He hates the games that stink. He knows which games to break. He just might even hate them all, 'cause he's mad for fucking sake. You better watch out, don't give these games a try. You better not play them, he's telling you why. The angry video game nerd is here.
Yes, so basically this video, it was like the Bible games video, right? Where he was to review like Bible games and they were like shitty Bible games, right? I mean, that's pretty cool, you know, because like, yeah, that's like something that exists. You know, there are Bible games out there that suck. I mean, it's not like anyone's gonna get offended by that or anything. What in the absolute fuck was that? It's probably nothing. It's not gonna add to anything later on in this video or the future of this channel. Well, anyways, before we talk about any more AVGN related stuff, let's move on over to another subject that is near and dear to my heart. YouTube poop. Now, YouTube poops are hilarious, right? And I say that mainly because of the fact that they're actually funny and like have thought put into them with their jokes. I say that mainly because Gen Alpha humor is something that exists, and people think that that and that are the two same things. They're not. You're just retarded. As someone who made YouTube poops before in the past, I know how much effort it has to be put in order to make something like a YouTube poop. But in order to make a Gen Alpha kid laugh, what do you have to do? Skibbity toilet. It's too easy. It's completely cheap. Wait a minute. What the fuck are you doing back there? Why are you jerking off? Oh, fuck. Oh, wait. I forgot. Adults are into this too. Into this as in many different things, that being one of them. Well, whatever the case may be, let's get out of this dystopian time we live in and go back to where humor was, humorous.
YouTube poop.
Oh man, could you imagine someone getting upset at a video from 2007 being lower quality than a video that's out now? Or even going as far as to go upset at videos that are trying to recapture that magic. And yet, while they do that, at the same time, they praise Skibbity Toilet as if it's some high form of art. I mean, come on. That would be ridiculous. It's not like people like that actually exist, right? Wait, what's that? I can't say that because there are actually people out there who don't believe that people like this exist and don't actually think that this is a problem. Wow, that's got to be some of the most blue-pilled shit I've ever seen in my life. Wait a minute, I can't say blue-pilled because they think that the red pill, blue pill political nonsense is retarded. Wait a minute, why the fuck do people think like this? What's that? Is it because people are way too focused on trolling as opposed to actually being good people? Oh my god. I told you I want to get out of this timeline. This video is more so focused on going back to the past and focusing on things that are like actually good. I mean, come on. It's not like anyone thinks that that's bad. What's that? There are actually people out there who think that this is bad and compare it to MK Ultra. Oh, yeah. Those are the people that people like to pretend don't exist, even though they do. You see, how are we going to sit here and say that there is no problem when the problem's right in front of us? And then as soon as I confirm to you guys that the problem is there, you guys pretend that there's no problem still, saying that, oh, they're just retards. Even though we have someone like this in office right now. You see, I'd agree if they were just retards, but they're not. Well, I mean, yes, well, they are retards, even though, like I just said, that they're not, and that could easily be misconstrued into saying that they're not retarded, even though I believe that they are. At the same time, well, yes, they're retarded. At the same time, they're still a problem, because okay, seriously, why the fuck are there earthquakes? Like, this isn't really that much of an issue that commonly happens so much. What's going on now that's causing there to be earthquakes? It's not like there's an apocalyptic event that's about to happen on par with the third impact if it was real. Oh, great. This is getting way too meta. Back to the nerd.
He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten
And yes, that was the iconic hero that we all know and love. And the thing about it is that it first came around in the Atari 5200 review, which honestly, I don't really consider a review, but more so of a short film. However, the intro to this review is just so freaking good, especially this part right here.
It's that special kind of atmosphere when it's in the middle of the night and you're sitting in the glow of your TV with the sound of crickets.
Oh man, that is such a vibe right there. Like I remember when I played MGS1 on my PS2 because the PS2 is backwards compatible with PS1 games. But anyways, as I was saying, right? So I was playing MGS1 and like, oh boy, I got that same exact vibe. I feel like playing any video games, depending on how old they are, gives you that magic, and it is so awesome. And yes, seeing James fumble around while trying to set up the 5200 is comedic gold. Why is it comedic gold, you may ask? Because it's funny. I know it shouldn't be as simple as that, but I feel like now that we're living in a post funny era where we can't be funny anymore, so instead of being funny, we have to be retarded. Like, I'm sorry, but this is actual comedic gold. Like, Jesus Christ, guys. Like, I thought the left were the ones who were trying to make humor illegal, not the right wing. Like, honestly, if I were the one who fucking stumbled upon Skibbity Toilet, which I was one of the people who did, I would honestly advocate for humor to be illegal because I think we went too fucking far. But you know what? There's stuff out there that gives me hope. Like the fact that this exists, people grew up with it and they take inspiration from it. Good on you, everyone. Please keep being funny. And yes, the episodes after this had some iconic moments as well, too.
We were so excited, we shit our pants. Literally, shit came out our asses and we rocketed through the roof.
And let's not forget about this gem right here.
Pop this piece of crap in, and what do you get?
Oh my god!
Well, aside from that meme, we also had this legendary moment right here.
Ghostbusters!
Hey, you guys want to see me make this even better? Ghostbusters!
Ghostbusters!
And then we got another really iconic episode too, the Spider-Man episode, which actually had an intro in it that I almost missed. So let's put it in here, I guess. But this episode also has a hint of Spider-Man that I'm kind of upset didn't make an appearance in Across the Spider-Verse, but I hope to see him in Beyond the Spider-Verse. Why do I expect them to reference an AVGN video in a Spider-Man movie? Because they let a 14-year-old boy animate some parts of the movie. Wow. That is what I call living the dream. I wish I did that.
This game is just fucking horrible! Holy shit! It's Spider-Man!
You need some help with this game?
I sure do! This shitty ass fucking game's driving me nuts!
Okay, so in this next video, we actually get to see a full-length intro for the very first time.
He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd. He's the angry video game nerd. When you turn on your TV, Make sure it's tuned to Channel 3's got a nerdy shirt and a pocket pouch. Although I've never seen him write anything down. He's got a power glove and a filthy mouth. Armed with his zapper, he will tear these games down. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd. He's the angry video game nerd. He plays the worst games of all time. Horrible abominations of mankind. They make him so mad he could spit. Or say cowabunga.
Cow fucking piece of dog shit.
They rip you off and don't care one bit. But this nerd, he doesn't forget it. Why can't a turtle swim? Why can't I land the plane? They got a quick buck for this shitload of fuck. The characters' names are wrong. Why's the password so long? Why don't the weapons do anything? He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. The game sucks so bad he makes up his own words. He's the angriest, most pissed off gaming nerd. He's the angry Atari, Amiga, CDI, ColecoVision, and Television, Sega, Neo Geo, TurboGrafx 16, Odyssey, 3DO, Commodore, Nintendo nerd. He's the angry video game nerd.
This episode doesn't really have much to talk about legacy-wise other than the intro itself. However, there is some stuff in here that I find to be really interesting to talk about. So maybe I might make a separate video about this video in particular. Who knows? Okay, so remember how earlier in the video I said two of his best videos were foreshadowed? Well, here's one of them. But first, the intro. Alright, so this is the video that really solidified James as the angry video game nerd. And the reason why I say that is because, he's kind of pissed off in this video. And fitting too, because this game looks like it will fucking bust your balls.
So now we're in Fire Lord Section 2. Whoa, watch the fire. Oh, shit! Fucking jack-o'-lanterns? Alright, let's try again. Dodge the fire, stay up and watch the jack-o'-lanterns. Oh, better watch that thing. Oh, God, I gotta go down. Oh, fuck! Your mother. Fire's coming down. Got that part under control. Watch the jack-o'-lanterns. Fuck! Touch the damn ceiling. Fire's coming down. Jack-o'-lanterns. Oh, ass! Alright, this time I'm trying to shoot those fucking jack-o'-lanterns. Stay back. Oh, God. Alright, getting into place. Watch the walls. Oh, you fucking pumpkin piece of shit! Okay, this time stand at the top. Don't get hit. Get under that thing. Here we go. Yes! No!
Here's the thing, right? In the modern day, we like fat lol cows because, haha, look at them, they're raging, right? Back then, you could laugh at someone who's like a good, convincing actor and see that, oh, they're angry. It's funny, right? But nowadays, I don't feel like we have the ability to do that anymore because we're all too focused on whether or not it's real. Even if it's fake, I think it's still funny. You know what I mean?
Today on the Matt Walsh Show, where the fuck am I? Wait a minute, is that funky?
Always remember how I feel. Always remember how I'm nature. Always remember how I'm fearful. Always remember nothing you want.
What in the actual fuck happened to you?
He did this to me. Rock. He did this to me. Piece of shit. Liberal.
Calm down, Funky. Listen, today on the Matt Walsh Show, listen to me. We both hate liberals, okay? Calm down.
Eugenics. We must implement eugenics.
Attaboy, kid. Yeah, eugenics. That's right. That is the answer to everything. Listen, if a liberal is going against us, you know what to do, right? You go into there, you get the Chad Wojak, you say, yes, I am racist, admit to them. Just admit to them that you're a piece of shit. And then when they call you out for being said piece of shit, tell them it's just a joke. Remember, think that in your head. It is just a joke, right? We all know that we actually think these things and we're all evil people, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Listen, here's the thing, right? It's all for the greater good to get rid of all minorities, okay? Just relax, Funky. Listen, let's get your head out of that toilet real quick.
Get your filthy paws off me! You know my head is meant to be in here. I will always be skibbity toilet!
Well, I swear to God, man, these fucking earthquakes, dude, so fucking annoying. Let me continue my video. God damn, dude. Okay, so this video that I'm going to talk about right here is the Simpsons video, right? Now, here's the thing. Well, this may not have a new intro in it. At the same time, what it does have is this.
Bart's my ass and Krusty's my balls. Fuck this shit, now I'm gonna eat my own shorts.
But anyways, I'm sure you've all been waiting for this. We're finally going to get to the legendary video. The best video AVGN has made. Well, not really the best video, but more so the best running gag. Trust me, this running gag is in his best video. And we'll just have to wait until we get there. But as of now, oh boy, this is going to be legendary. We got birthdays blowouts.
Oh my god. Oh! Oh, he's mad. This is truly like, it's like Bug's birthday's blowout. He shot you! I don't know what the fuck
Bug's birthday's blowout.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name. My brain started shutting down. Bug's birthday blowout. That truly is the best AVGN episode.
This video might not have an intro, but what's really cool about it is that. Hey, did you rant on Skibbity Toilet? Wait a minute, what the fuck, Funky? What the hell happened to you? Well, you see, like, Gen Alpha brain rot is now a part of the right wing agenda, so now I have to look like this now. You see, I would say that that's really fucking stupid if it wasn't for the fact that Defuck Boom himself supports Russia. And yeah, I guess it makes sense. But aside from that, guys, why do you support Russia? No, did I say guys? I mean, one of you. Mainly because of the fact that, like, I don't know if you've heard of this yet, but, like, Putin does plan on bringing back the USSR, and, like, I don't know. I thought you guys are kind of against communism, which is what the USSR was. And don't get it twisted, they do not plan on being an oligarchy anymore. Oh my god, Rocky, you're bringing up politics for no reason. Where am I now? Okay, Africa. Oh my god, all those Africans, they're taking over the West. Those motherfucking spear chucking. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, before you say that, just remember that we're both voiced by the same person. And also, another thing too is that, like, someone actually thinks that I'm a neo Nazi just because of the fact that I said that word, which is extremely fucking stupid given that the context wasn't in a derogatory sense. So, I don't know. And the same person thinks that people like you don't exist. I almost feel like it's an excuse to go after me, though. Yes, Matt Walsh and Ron DeSantis, not an issue. Me, the person who wants to actually destroy Nazis, you're the Nazi. I'm fucking Jewish. How the fuck am I gonna be a fucking Nazi? Actually, us Aryans, we are actually the victims because of the Armenian genocide. Oh, really now? What do you think of Adolf Hitler? Rocky, I think you're thinking a bit too mainstream. I'm not like every Nazi. I don't like Hitler, no. I much prefer Heinrich Himmler. Take notes, guys. These are the people currently in charge of the YouTube drama community. This is what people like Turkey Tom, Mudahar, and all those other people want to pretend that they're not when they actually are. Seriously, you're gonna tell me that you guys idolize fucking Heinrich Himmler? Someone so bad that even Hitler himself was uncomfortable to be around? If Hitler thinks that you're too extreme, you fucked up big time. Rocky, who the fuck are you talking to? Oh, and another thing too. Yeah, you guys are so stupid that you can't even break the fourth wall. We liberals, we love breaking the fourth wall and confusing you. Only fictional characters can break the fourth wall. You're delusional. You need to go to a concentration camp, I mean, mental institution. Says the guy who is literally skibbity toilet in a derogatory way. Like, look at him. What the fuck is that? Actually, Rocky, Skippity Toilet is real. Also, God is real. Not the one that you believe in. No, the God from the Bible. And you're gonna go to hell because you committed the two deadly sins. Actually, no, now it's three deadly sins: pride, lust, and vanity. Three deadly sins? I thought there were seven. Well, because of the fact that I do all the other ones, that means that they're not sins anymore. So there's only three deadly sins now. Isn't that heresy? No, because God likes me because I'm racist. I hope now you guys can see the reason why I'm agnostic and still Jewish, but only because I love being Jewish. Oh my god, Rocky is pagan. Oh, yes, I'm the pagan one, says the guy who believes in Hyperboreanism and Vril. That was all in the Bible. Look. This is literally just a copy of Mein Kampf with all the pages tearing out of it, with a single page still in it, but it's blank, and it has a giant N word written on it. Like, the N word, and it's just like, it's written on there. Did you do this because of the TLDR argument? Do you just not know how to read? I know how to read. Alright, what does this word say? Oh my god, TLDR, mucho texto? That is literally a wall of text. Wow, you just ruined the joke. You could have easily looked at that and said, constip Asian. Like, you had actual room to make a good racist joke, yet you decided not to do it. What the fuck is wrong with you? Well, you see, Rocky, I don't like being funny, as can be told with my appearance. And another thing, too, is that, like, I just prefer being racist over being funny. That's why I make memes like this. Oh, no, I don't actually believe anything in here. It's just a joke. But I totally do believe it. But now that I'm saying that I believe it, I don't, because it's just a joke, even though I totally do. Yeah, just a joke. Like if I haven't heard that a million fucking times. You know what? This is the perfect video for you. And the reason why is because we're watching the Bugs Bunny episode of AVGN where Bugs Bunny gets his ass beat. Just like how you will in a few seconds. AVGN? Ew! He's a millennial. He's in an MK Ultra fucking support group. We spent 6 minutes talking to each other, and the video hasn't even started yet. You ruined my video. Well, actually, no, you didn't. We're like 30 minutes in. If we're at this point already, then like you're already enjoying yourself. I don't know how this would ruin the entire video, even because of the fact that it's not even the end of it and it'll probably get better from here. But regardless, though, I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. Oh, are you? Speaking of ass beatings, yes, that is the highlight of this video, and it is so fucking good. And the best part about it is that yes, this is canon to the Looney Tunes series. Rocky, you need to stop looking at wikis. You need to read a book. Do I now? Okay, spell red. TLDR, Rocky, that is literally a wall of text. I am not spelling every single letter in that. Go ahead, spell it. Spell red. Rocky, this is literally rape. This is brain rape. You don't even know what that means. Spell red, or else I'm gonna beat you in the fucking head with the guitar again. Okay, fine. Let's see. Lster. That's how you spell it, right? You're a fucking retard. Actually, you're a retard because you're a liberal. Are you really gonna pull out the conspiracy theory that we think that 2 plus 2 equals 5, even though you literally don't know how to spell a 3-letter word? Okay, that is not a 3-letter word. I mean, look at it. It's a complete fucking wall of text. I mean, TLDR, am I right? You see, I'd say that I would do it again only if you didn't spell the word, but now you're pissing me off. I'm gonna fucking do it again. Oh, are you? The fact that the nerd is actually stronger than someone with the Toon Force is severely impressive. Keep in mind, characters with the Toon Force are capable of defeating Sonic the Hedgehog in a fight. So that means the nerd is going to and will kill Sonic, and Sonic is fucking dead now. Fuck you, I hate all of you. Rocky, Sonic is the strongest character of all time. He's going to kill everything and everyone you love. You've been in a fight with me, right? Yeah. And you've been in a fight with Sonic, right? I don't think I have, no. Well, here's some more proof that I could beat Sonic in a fight. Also, keep in mind, Sonic does not have the Toon Force. If you've seen Roger Rabbit, you know that the Toon Force, prevents death, right? However, Sonic... He's died before. I'll say that. Oh my god, he's literally repeating the Lion Sleeps Tonight joke. Everyone, quickly, put this in your slideshow commentary video. Oh my god, I didn't want it to come to this, but it has to be done.
I always thought I might be bad, now I'm sure that it's true. Cause I think you're so good, yet I'm nothing like you.
Oh no! The thing that hurts me even more than getting beaten up! Homosexuality! Yeah, and if that's not enough for you, then the next episode we're going to talk about is the Atari porn video. Oh no! You're going to show me pornography and masturbate in front of me and encourage me to touch you, and I fucking will! I fucking will! Well, that confirms my theory that all neo-Nazis are closeted homosexuals. Why the fuck did you even say that? I wasn't even encouraging you to. What? Oh no, gay people in porn. Oh, they're so bad. Anyway, look at this.
I put the new 4G's on the G. I tap into the bloody bottoms is on the knee. Cause all my niggas got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my G. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now niggas can't answer calls cause I'm balling.
I'm going to fight you now. Oh, are you?
Time me
Before we move on to the Atari porn video, let's talk about the ending to the Bugs Bunny video.
Bombs away, bunny bitch! Oh, man. Don't worry, folks. It's not real. Fuck you, Bugs Bunny! Fuck you, Bugs Bunny! There you go. Got your ass handed to you. That's all, fucks.
One of the endings of all time, and also this.
Where was that? That's where Bugs Bunny has diarrhea dump
He
on.
shits into his face.
He shits on Bugs Bunny.
Oh yeah, he has a diarrhea dump on Bugs
He goes,
Bunny.
get ready for ass! And then he shits
Is that really what he says?
He says something to that
But
effect.
then he also says, don't worry guys, it was fake. And it was fake, so it wasn't real.
You want some shit? Bombs away, bunny bitch! Oh, man. Don't worry, folks. It's not real. Fuck you, Bugs Bunny! Fuck you, Bugs Bunny! There you go. Got your ass handed to you.
Imagine having to put out a statement that the fucking 2 gallons of diarrhea that you dumped on Bugs Bunny.
You know what's? Imagine if that was real.
That'd be pretty upsetting.
Wouldn't you like that episode more if you were like, no, he was like a method actor. He demanded he actually shit on me in the Bugs Bunny outfit. He had to unload real diarrhea.
It was actually Mel Blanc demanding to be shat on as Bugs Bunny.
99-year-old, yeah, Mel Blanc having real diarrhea.
Rocky, why did you get upset at me when I suggested you read a book? It's hypocritical. You hate reading. You don't even know how to read. I actually plan on reading 2 books later tonight, actually. No, Rocky, you don't know how to read. Not me. You're just doing projection. Really now? Okay. What does PISS spell? Did you seriously spell every single letter in that wall of text? Answer the question or it's concussion time. Literally, because like I'm hitting him in the head with the guitar. Like, where else would I hit him? Like, I don't think that toilet's a part of his body, is it? Okay, well, can you give me a hint? Okay, well, you're currently swimming in it right now. Let's see. Water. No, getting close. It's another liquid. Diarrhea. Are you telling me that you're currently swimming in your own shit? Never mind. Okay. Um, last hint, it comes out of your dick. Diarrhea. No, the answer is not Sonic 06. Get it? Because that game is diarrhea coming out of my dick. Rocky, you're not allowed to criticize Sonic 06. Everyone already criticized that game. And because of the fact that everyone criticized the game and said it's bad and had valid arguments as to why it's bad, it must mean that the game's good now. Also, they remade Sonic 06. Yeah, it's a fan-made remake, but at the same time, it fixed all the problems that the original version had, which now retroactively means that the original version's good. There is so much wrong with what you just said that I'm going to have to save it for another video. Also, no. The answer is none of those. It's piss. Rocky, I don't piss out of my dick. Don't tell me that you piss out of your ass. No, not there either. I actually piss out of my mouth. Oh, I see. So everything you say to me right now is complete and utter piss. You see, I don't know if I should agree or disagree with you on that, mainly because of the fact that if I agree with you, that would mean that everything I'm saying is wrong. However, if I disagree with you, then that means that it's not piss. However, maybe I should disagree with you because not making sense is what was us right-wingers do. So, I forgot what I was gonna say because I'm retarded. Okay, yeah, you are. Anyways, moving on to the next video, the Atari porn games. Rocky, you can't talk about that video. That video is lust. Okay, no, that is complete fucking bullshit. Well, yeah, these are porn games and the intent is to jerk off to them. I don't think anyone in their right mind would. Not even me. And I have like a lot of weird fucking fetishes. No, not the ones that you're thinking of. This on screen right here. That's one of my fetishes. But anyway, so as I was saying, right? So like I don't think anyone in their right mind would jerk off to this. And if they do, then more power to you, I guess. But regardless, though, it's really fucking stupid. Like, especially so that, like, people like this guy right here and YouTube themselves see this as much as a threat to the point where they had to take down the video. It wasn't really worth much anyway, since it was re uploaded anyway. But they still fucking age restricted it. Really? This video? Why? Why did this have to get age restricted? This isn't even actually porn. I mean, I don't even know if I could consider it as such. Atari graphics are so bad and outdated and primitive to the point where like you could just look at them and like imagine them as something that it's not intended to be. Take for example the game Beat 'em and Eat 'em, right? That, well, yes, it's a porn game. At the same time, I don't think I could easily imagine the guy just jacking off top of a building and feeding his cum to two hungry whores below him. No, what I think is happening is that he has a magic jackhammer and it's shooting out fucking white donuts, and the two women are all like, "Ooh, free donuts," and they're eating it. You know, like I mean, yeah, that's not the intent of the game, but like I don't fucking care. These graphics, like, you could literally imagine them to be whatever you want them to be. Like, that's how fucking bad they are. They're up to interpretation. Well, actually, no. I don't think bad is the right word for it, mainly because every Atari game has graphics like these. But primitive, yeah, I feel like that's the right word. So, like, yeah, like, I don't understand why people take so much offense to games like these, even going as far to have someone say that these games should be banned. And yes, I have recorded footage of that in my fucking Sonic Frontiers playthrough. And before anyone asks, no, that girl wasn't the person who ended up voicing Haruko in the actual Fooly Cooly Cross Metal Gear. And even then, like, she might get replaced as well, too. Not because of any personal reasons, but because she got her account deleted. How the fuck did that happen? I'm only hoping that she did that on her own and she didn't get banned for any nefarious reasons. Well, regardless of what the case may be, yeah, like, this is just fucking dumb. This shouldn't be taken seriously. The video shouldn't have been taken down. The video shouldn't be age restricted. Who fucking cares? Hell, if this joke in the video actually went the way we all thought it was gonna go, maybe it should have had all those things happen to it. But no, no, it didn't.
Really weird. Could you imagine if you're just sitting around minding your own business, then all of a sudden some naked chick breaks in and starts humping the crap out of you?
Hey, James. Oh my god! Could you imagine if, like, yeah, at this point in the video, a naked girl fucking walked in and started fucking James? Like, that would be fucking wild. Honestly, that's all I really feel like I have to say about this video. Mainly because of the fact being that, like, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day because nothing of note even happens in here. Yeah, it's a good conversation piece, but that's about it. I wouldn't really consider this one of James's best videos. However, it is pretty interesting to see that this was one of his many few banned videos, if not his only one. I don't know. What do you think, Funky? Oh, he flushed himself. Huh. I should have expected that joke to happen at least one day or another. Seriously, you have Skibbity Toilet as a joke, yet no one ever did this with it? I'm sorry, but now do you see why I don't find it funny at all in the slightest? Anyway, so for the Nintendo Power episode, this one's pretty interesting because it has three intros. One of them's a FNAF jump scare. The other one is just the normal intro. And then you just have this absolute banger right here.
Nintendo Power. Get the clues that you can use. Nintendo power. Higher and higher, fighting your way through enemy fire.
Yeah, overall, this is just a fun episode as a whole because of the fact that, like, there's just about it that's just like, well, yeah, it's not the traditional nerd affair. At the same time, it's still a nice episode to just sit back, relax, and watch, because you'd have that big smile on your face seeing that aesthetic again. I mean, to be fair, well, yeah, this may be good for some people. For other people, not neo-Nazis, it usually, you know, ends up not being good for them. But for us normal people, we actually like this stuff. Okay, well, normal used loosely, but we're more normal than you guys. We don't want eugenics. This video is another classic right here. The intro, I wouldn't necessarily say it's really of note, but the rest of the video is. I'm just gonna play the intro just so you could be all like, yeah, that's an intro. And the one thing that I could say about this video that is really interesting to me is this joke right here.
Oh, you want some trick or treat? Okay, here's some trick or treat for you. There you go, you little fuckers. There's some chocolate for you.
That's not chocolate, that's poop.
It's not chocolate, nor is it poop. It's shit.
I feel like if this video was made today, it would be extremely controversial. Why? Well, hey guys, it's me, the kid in the Optimus Prime mask. Yeah, so I'm here to talk to you guys about my experience with James Rolfe. So basically, what happened was that he took a diarrhea dump in my trick or treat bag, and because of that, he raped me. This is the same thing as actually being molested for real. And before you say anything, no, this is not trivializing actual rape incidences, mainly because of the fact that, you gotta believe all victims, guys. You gotta believe all victims because if you don't, then the pedophiles will get away with everything. I mean, it's not like I could just be saying this to get attention or anything. No, no, it's because I'm an actual victim here. Like, every time I say this, you can't use the playing the victim card on me because, like, you know, uh, you're a pedophile too if you do that. So yeah, yeah, guilt by association. Actually, you didn't hear me say that because, like, that's not a fallacy. That's just a thing. Yeah, as you can tell from that sketch here, I bet you know my opinion on what I think would happen if this joke was told the modern day. People would easily use this as a vehicle to virtue signal, 100%. Another thing I want to bring up too is yes, this is a part two to a previous video that he made, but at the same time, there was really nothing of note in that video anyway, so yeah. Well, at least when it comes to the topic of intros, that is. By the way, I know that this video doesn't have an intro, but it does have some serious fucking foreshadowing in it.
Oh my god. You remember the Nintendo Wii?
Now, before we continue, we have the irate gamer to talk about. Yeah, remember that guy? This was one of the first ever AVGN knockoffs, and possibly the most popular too. Now, I will admit, as a kid, I did watch both of these interchangeably, even thinking that it was the same guy, which nowadays, looking back, I don't know how I could make that confusion, but whatever. Regardless, though, this guy also has a few intros of his own and also a pre-intro era too. However, the thing about the irate gamer is that his pre-intro era is not as interesting as James's. So we'll just talk about his first episode, which was a game that James already reviewed, Back to the Future. Okay, well, before I talk about this, just keep in mind that the only thing of note that happens in this video is the ending, because, like, literally the video itself is literally just a carbon copy of the Back to the Future review that James did.
This game is so bad, I wish I could just go back in time and stop it from ever being created. Hey, that's an idea. I think I'll do just that.
You tell Mr. Silvestri I'll handle all the Back to the Future games.
Mr. Caldwell?
Yes, Bernice?
Sorry to disturb you, but there's a young gentleman here wishing to speak to you.
Oh, go ahead and send him in.
You're just the guy I'm looking for. Well, looks like I saved the day. What the hell? Oh, shit. I altered the timeline. I don't exist in this timeline. No! God, this game sucks. Why couldn't they make a cool game like Back to the Future? It was a cool movie. I don't know how you could fuck something like that up. Stupid games.
Man, this is literally just the Trump assassination in a nutshell. Oh my god, the earthquakes again. Are you serious? But anyways, first video he made that has an intro. And what do I think of it? Guys, I can't decide. Would I rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in my ear or eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk? Either way, this intro is diarrhea coming out of my dick. I don't know. What's the one joke I like in this video?
Right, Captain?
Army mateys. Yeah, Simpsons humor. It's better than Skibbity Toilet. No, seriously, it is. Fuck you if you don't think it is. Alright, this is gonna be my last mention of the Irate Gamer, mainly because this is the only video I care about of his, the Mario 2 review. And yes, if you're wondering, this is his best intro. Alright, but anyway, so the thing with this video is that the only reason why I view it in as high of a regard as I do is for two reasons. Reason number one, I watched this a lot as a kid, so much so that I could straight up quote every single thing he said in the video, or at least I used to. And also because of the fact that, well, it's kind of interesting to look back in a retrospective sense. But the thing about it is that back then, everyone was so desperate to find a Mario equivalent to Sonic 06, but we can't, because Mario's never made a game that bad. I mean, yeah, you could point to Hotel Mario, but like, I don't know, that game is still like leagues better than Sonic 06. Yes, I fucking said that. Go fuck yourself if you like this game, you piece of fucking shit. Regardless, though, you also have people back then comparing Mario Sunshine to Sonic 06 and even this game because of this review. But nowadays, I think we all know that Mario's never made a game that bad. And even then, you also have Sonic fans blindly defending Sonic 06, going so far as to even do revisionist history type bullshit. Honestly, though, I would have stopped caring about this game a long time ago if it wasn't for people defending it. So, yeah, this is your fault that I care. Streisand effect, bitches. Oh my god, another freaking earthquake. Are you serious? Speaking of revisionist history, everyone nowadays wants to pretend that we all respected every single one of these critics from back then, except no, we didn't. The only ones we had actual respect for were AVGN, the Channel Awesome alumni, and some other people, right? Now, with Irate Gamer, he was kind of overhated from the beginning, right? Same with Game Dude, who's another person we'll talk about later, right? But like the thing is that like it's so weird to think about how like back then people fucking hated these two in particular, and they still do nowadays, pointing at them and saying that every other YouTuber from back then was the same when that's not true at all. So, yeah, it's really fucking stupid. It's especially hypocritical when you realize that one of these rants ended like this.
Here's what I think of Irate Gamer.
Ah, yes. Yelling at media? Totally lol cow behavior. Farting on your camera? That's normal. Like, you see what I mean? Well, anyways, before we move on to 2008, here's another YouTube poop intro.
YouTube poop. Where there's smoke, they pinch back.
Keep in mind, where there's smoke, they pitch back isn't the entire joke of YouTube poop as a whole. There are many different jokes in YouTube poop. That just so happens to be one of them. This is not another skibbity toilet. If you think it is, you're retarded. Anyway, so on to Nostalgia Critic, right? So basically, his very first ever review is on the first Transformers movie, I think. And in all honesty, it's kind of shocking to see how positive he was about this movie. Nowadays, Michael Bay is one of fucking Doug's antagonists in his videos. But here, his very first ever review was a positive review on Transformers. And you know what? I'm glad we could all look back in hindsight and realize that these movies were fucking shit. So, yeah. And then you got Cartoon All Stars to the Rescue, which is a much more fitting first episode, especially since it feels a lot more like a Nostalgia Critic video. And, yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, back to the nerd.
It's gonna take you back to the past to play some shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo. Take a diary and jump in his ear. He'd rather be a rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. Is it angry gamer you've ever heard? Is it angry Nintendo nerd? Is it angry Atari Sega nerd? Is it angry video game?
Alrighty, guys, I think we could all agree that was awesome. And if you disagree,
what's wrong with you?
Just like any normal AVGN video, this one, like, is really freaking interesting and has some foreshadowing. Oh, not to the AVGN's future, but more so to modern day writing. Like, check this out right here.
It begins with the Colonel visiting Rambo in prison and making him a deal. Go rescue prisoners in Vietnam and you're free. But you have a choice. I'm not afraid of death, or I feel better in prison. How about I feel better in prison? But it's up to you. The game doesn't start until you say yes. Well, what's the point of having an option then? I'm saying leave me the fucking prison, but then again, I might as well not even put the game in if I'm gonna say no. That's like in the movie if he would have said, John, the movie can't continue till you say yes.
Yeah, that is literally a joke you would hear in like a Deadpool movie, you know? And like the thing about it is that like I'm not saying this in like a derogatory way, but more so for the fact that you see jokes like that in a lot of media nowadays. And usually they end up working. I mean, sometimes they don't, but you know, usually they're pretty good.
You've got 36 hours to get in, complete your assignment, and get the hell out. The first swear I recall from a video game.
And then he proceeds to see this later on in the future.
There you go.
Insert to fucking box?
Why can't it just say insert to box?
Insert to fucking box? Was that necessary?
They're saying turn to side B. So take the thing out, flip it over, insert it into the fucking box.
Into the fucking box.
So I thought it was called the Famicom Disk System. I didn't know it was called the fucking box.
Well, who cares with the terminology? They curse in.
Like, would you ever call that a box? Wouldn't you call that the Famicom? Like, first of all, who would ever call that the box?
A box,
let alone
box can mean other things, but
vagina, pussy.
Okay,
but
when I was playing Rambo on NES as a kid, and he says, "Get the hell out of there," I couldn't believe that they said, "Get the hell out of there." I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, you know, you don't want
hell in a game.
Don't let your parents see it. You know, this is a game that came out around that same time. It says fucking. It says fucking. This wasn't released in North America, but
I wonder why.
Yeah, but they're cursing in English. I guess that just didn't mean anything over there. I mean, it just wasn't significant.
You know, I really wonder what the real story behind this is, because really, insert into fucking.
Why
box?
does it say fucking?
It could totally just. Okay, it should really say, eject the disc, flip the disc to side B, enjoy the game, or something like that. Like, no, insert it into the fucking box, you asshole. It's like the game programmer, like, he was pissed off. This is the first legitimate video game I've ever played, at least that's retro.
Yeah.
That says fucking.
There aren't any others.
Because
that
you
I
could
can think
play
of.
like Grand Theft Auto 5 and
Yeah,
stuff,
and that
it
has
has
all
like
cursing.
I mean, you expect
but
it.
Now there's a rating system. Now games have that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a thing. But a retro game on the Famicom disk system, a Nintendo system. This is historical. Fucking. am I seeing this? This is a real game. Soft Pro International, whatever it was,
released in
1988.
Yeah, this is kind of a more rare game, so I was only able to get the actual, just the disc itself. There is like a case, like,
Yeah.
Well, I guess I do have the case for it, and like the little sleeve that it comes in, but I don't have like the art for it. You know how like some of these Famicom games have art. That's the only thing I don't have, so I can't show like the front label. But yeah. I mean, we're looking at it. Turn to side B, insert into fucking box. Should we try the game itself?
It happened so early, and like we didn't even play the game. Who cares about the game? We just.
Well, I'm just curious if there's more things in the game that it's like.
All right, okay, all right.
Suck my dick, like, or something. You know
what it says. Insert the fucking box.
All right,
Go.
let's see if it even works. I'm inserting it into the fucking box.
The fucking box, you
Okay,
asshole.
Here's the game.
You fucking shit.
I'm gonna insert
bastard. Fucking shit.
I'm gonna insert this into the fucking box. Here you go. Shush. Listen. There you go. I just inserted it into the fucking box.
Are you happy, game?
And then we got some more foreshadowing here.
You spend most of your time just killing snakes, bugs, and other small animals with a knife. It's actually a complete clone of Zelda 2. Yeah, that's right. That's the flying sword, or knife in this case, the numbers that appear when you kill the enemies, the way you talk to people, dark caves which require a lantern to light the way, and overall the layout is similar.
This video seems like average nerd affair up until you get to this part of the video, which I find to be pretty interesting.
The problem may not be that the game doesn't follow the movie, it actually follows the movie way too much. Almost every key scene is recreated through character dialogue, but who cares? It's almost like they focus too much on the story rather than the overall gameplay.
I feel like that this is the first and best time this point has ever been used for a game ever. And I say this mainly because of the fact that nowadays, most people who make this argument complain about modern games focusing way too much on story. And yeah, usually when they make those points, it's very much so politically motivated. Why do I say this? Well, it's because you have these people out there complaining about Sweet Baby Inc., who, don't get me wrong, I can 100% acknowledge that the majority of their games are complete and utter garbage with some, outliers. But other than that, though, like, their problem isn't that they focus way too much on the story. Their problem is that the stories that they write for the games usually end up not being really that good at all in the slightest. And, it is kind of weird to think about in that regard, especially when you consider that people even make this point for good games like Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. Honestly, I feel like this is just one of those arguments used when people want to defend a game that they so desperately feel like need defending. Oh, Sonic Frontiers, it's a good game because it has more gameplay than story. But like the thing about it is that that's kind of a weird thing to say, mainly because a lot of the people who praise this game, they praise it for its story, which I can't even praise it for. I don't even think I could praise it for much anyway. Like the thing with the story of Sonic Frontiers is that like it's like written almost in a pseudo intellectual type way to the point where like Ian Flynn, when he's writing this, he thinks that this is more intelligent than it actually is. Almost like a Rick and Morty episode, almost. A bad Rick and Morty episode, right? And like the thing about it too is, you know, to make matters worse, a good majority of the game is filler, right? Sonic fans have been going on talking about how they want more games that are more focused on story. But, because of Sonic Forces, they said that they want a longer experience, right? Sega, I feel like, took that criticism, but took it in the wrong way because a good majority of the game is just padding, right? Here's the thing, the story doesn't even actually, continue up until like the fourth level of the game. I made a 2-hour long review of Sonic Frontiers, and by the time the review was over, I didn't get what the story was even supposed to be up until I later on lost interest in finishing said review and just spoiled the game for myself. And honestly, I don't feel too bad that I did that, especially considering the fact that I don't even think the game's that good. There was a period of time where I actually started to like the game, but that was only because of the fact that I felt like I was obligated to. If I didn't, well, bad things would happen. Well, at the very least, harassment, which, if that's the very least, you know that there's a problem with the fan base, right? But regardless of what being said here, right? Like, games, I think nowadays can focus on story just fine. And the reason why this point works here is because, well, it's an NES game. NES games are not really meant to focus on story that much, unless if they're an RPG. But even then, most RPGs around this time were in their infancy anyway. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe the nerd might be wrong about this game. There's an entire subgenre of people defending the shitty games that he reviews, and like, Eh, I could see why. I tried out Ghostbusters myself a while ago and I thought it was alright. Maybe I could do the same thing here. Who knows?
Another thing that blazes my balls is that when you're low on energy, the screen flashes. I guess it's nice to be alerted that you're dying, but it doesn't have to be so fucking annoying. Maybe you say it's nitpicking, but I say it's shitpicking.
Wow. That's like a way better justification than nitpicking than quote unquote better, modern, more well respected critics do. Like, seriously, what in the absolute name of fuck? The reason why I say that, despite the fact that this dude got made fun of multiple times, even in like videos made by people who are like much bigger, is because of the fact that, I was told, oh, Rocky, look, this guy made a 6-hour rant on Toy Story 4. Isn't that really fucking interesting? And I'm just sitting here being all like, bitch, you complain about Mr. Enter going too far with his criticisms, yet you're over here willing to fucking sit through that? Are you fucking kidding me, you fucking retard? And to make matters worse, well, normally I would play just like the clip is like, normal, right? At the same time, due to the off chance of people agreeing with this idiot, I'm gonna have to interject in my own fucking cutaway. This is gonna be painful.
First and foremost, a nitpick is a criticism that is small, but valid. So, thanks for conceding that my criticisms are valid. That was easier than I thought.
Wow, immediately you start taking people's criticisms and misinterpreting them in bad faith. That is like actually really fucked up. It's like whenever you call someone dumb, especially if it's a Sonic fan, and then they say, oh, well, the definition of dumb is that they can't speak. This is like some Matt Walsh type bullshit where they're all like, oh, what is a woman? I mean, the definition of woman is, and I'm just sitting here being all like, bro, listen, not everything's based around definitions. Sometimes people say things in a more figurative sense, right? Hell, I didn't even know that's what the definition of nitpicking is. And a matter of fact, I don't even know if that is what it actually is. Because as far as I'm aware, you might be making shit up and pulling it out of your ass. I feel like the definition of nitpicking that I've heard for almost 2 decades, right? Like, I'm just gonna say it straight up. That is more correct to me than what you just said. Because every single time anyone has brought up what nitpicking is, it's always in the context of like a criticism that is small but not valid, because it's so minute to the point where you just have to ask, who gives a shit? So, yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Like, oh, you know what? Now that I mention it, in the context of this nerd video, this came out in 2008, and you're over here trying to change everyone's mind about what that word means, even though we've had those preconceived notions about that word meaning for a long time. So, yeah, no, I don't think people are intentionally telling you that your critiques are valid. What you're doing is you're putting words in our mouth in bad faith. So, yeah.
Secondly, yes, you can look at almost any given movie that exists on this planet and you will most likely find at least one plot hole or inconsistency. Nobody is perfect, and I don't expect scripts to be either. In fact, you can even find examples of these things throughout the original 3 Toy Story movies. What's that? Gaming Magic 13 said the original 3 Toy Story movies aren't flawless masterpieces? But that can't be! He pretended they were perfect in his Toy Story 4 series. No, I didn't. I have never once in my life said that those movies are perfect, as no film on this planet is.
Well, yes, you didn't say that. At the same time, you didn't say that they weren't either. Not only that, but in your Toy Story 4 review, like the whole reason why this clip exists to begin with is because of the fact that you pointed out such tiny, tiny, tiny details to bitch and moan and whine about when they're not even that important to the story. I mean, here, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't like Toy Story 4 either. You know what? My problems with Toy Story 4 aren't the fucking textures of Bo Peep's dress. Like, that movie does actually have some actual flaws in it. But at the same time, I'm not going to be a punk ass little bitch like you and be all like, oh, it's the worst movie ever made. Even though that there are millions of movies out there that exist that are like 10 times worse. Hell, on your list, you put Ralph Breaks the Internet over Toy Story 4, which is weird because that movie's like way fucking worse. At least in Toy Story 4, there are some redeeming things in it. I like Ducky and Bunny. I thought they were funny. And I thought Duke Kaboom was a very entertaining character. So, yeah, at least it does have some entertaining new characters in this movie, as opposed to that one new character that's like abhorrently annoying, and another new character that just should have straight up been the villain, but wasn't, and was forced to have a redemption arc. But regardless, though, yeah, say that, oh, I never said Toy Story, the original 3 movies, they were perfect, but you didn't say that they weren't perfect either. And most of your criticisms with Toy Story 4 were just the smallest, tiniest little flaws. Almost as if because you like those movies, you didn't notice their flaws. And now that it's convenient, now you're noticing them to say that you're not nitpicking when I don't know. I could make a very similar review to the other 3 Toy Story movies, to the one that you made for Toy Story 4, just based on the fact that you mauled over just the smallest details. It's ridiculous. Also, keep in mind, if anyone from the SCC is watching this and getting upset at me for using ad hominem attacks, just keep in mind that I was in this person's server and everyone in there, including him, used ad hominem attacks as well. So, I don't know. If they're immune from that criticism, then maybe I should be too. Especially since this guy is like the bastion of all criticism, even though I'd go as far as to say that he's way fucking worse than Mr. Enter. Which, yes, to a lot of you guys, you think he's the worst critic of all time, which I don't even understand. I mean, he's kind of alright, I guess.
In fact, I have perpetuated the exact opposite position as recently as my top 20 best movies video, where even upon placing Toy Story 3 as my #1 favorite movie of all time, I still explicitly stated that it wasn't flawless and showed a clip from the movie highlighting its biggest and most frustrating inconsistency. Gaming Magic 13 thinks the original trilogy is flawless as a lie perpetuated by people who don't want to actually address the criticisms that I made in that series and simply resort resort to saying, Lamau, what a biased hypocrite. You criticize the logic of Toy Story 4 when there are logical issues also in the original movies, despite you praising them as masterpieces. Lol. So, if you need me to be even more explicit, let me say this very slowly and very clearly for you all to hear. If you put Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 under the microscope of logical consistency, they will not emerge unscathed, but they will still emerge in extremely good condition.
And this is where the bias argument comes into play. Listen, I can agree with you in the fact that Toy Story 4 has issues. And a matter of fact, I think the issues that Toy Story 4 has are issues even bigger than the ones that you focus on. But the thing about it is that when it comes to it at the end of the day, right? All four movies have the same amount of issues. Yeah, fours may be a little bit more obvious, but at the same time, you still focus on the tiny ones, which are the same in all the movies. This is the reason why people call you biased. Maybe if we were to actually look at, oh, I don't know, the problems with the motherfucking story, then maybe people wouldn't be calling you that. And another thing, too, about your top 10 best movies of all time video, who's to say that everyone fucking seen those? I mean, yeah, I do feel like it's a pretty stupid argument to say, mainly because you did explain that yourself here in this video. But I'm just gonna be 100% honest. If you're willing to make a 6 hour long Toy Story 4 rant, you may as well just include that in the video itself. I mean, come on, it's not like you have a time limit on how long your videos are supposed to be.
The first movie will be the most beaten up, but the other two will still have their fair share of scratches as well because they are not perfect and they have their issues. They will simply emerge exponentially less damaged because they possess far more positive qualities than negative ones.
And again, I hate to repeat myself here, but there is something I would like to add here. So, he did say that, the flaws in Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, they still exist, but like, they're still good movies because the good outweighs the bad, right? But here's the thing, right? With Toy Story 4, personally, while I'm not a big fan of that movie, I just think it's kind of mid. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I don't think I could consider it to be that bad. Now, I get it, that's very subjective, but here's the issue that lies when thinking about things on an objective level, right? He was talking about the flaws in Toy Story 4 and saying that all of them are equally bad, even though said flaws he mentioned, or at least most of the time he mentioned, are so fucking tiny to the point where no one should give a shit. You know what I mean? And the thing is that, yeah, there are flaws in that movie that people should give a shit about. But the ones that you mentioned, who cares? I swear, it is so fucking stupid how people respect critics like this, especially when it comes to EFAB, which I will admit are much worse critics than Gaming Magic 13, which says a lot because I think Gaming Magic 13 is a horrible critic. Oh, you want my reason for why I think that?
Hang my head, drown my fear, till you all just disappear.
Yeah, that's why. It removes all objectivity from criticism whatsoever, and rather than view it on a stance of whether or not a movie's good or bad, it views it on a stance of whether or not it's woke or based, which, personally, I think is extremely detrimental for the industry as a whole.
Political lens, you will not always come out with the cavalcade of stupidity that is Toy Story 4's plot.
Really now? Okay, viewers at home, if you're a critic, right? I want you guys to review The Sopranos in the same exact way Gaming Magic 13 did for Toy Story 4 and see if it's a good show because of that. And if you come out thinking that it's shit for the same reason why Gaming Magic 13 thinks Toy Story 4 is shit, then you get the point.
Some movies, like that one, are chock full of inconsistencies and don't have even a single thing that makes the slightest bit of sense unless it's running off contrivance.
Oh, yes, it is super contrived that they're not following the consistency of a character model that was made in 1995. Have you ever just thought for a second that for Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2, when it came to Bo Peep's design, this is what they were intending it to go for. They didn't do it like that because they didn't have the technology back then. Now they do. And she looks like that now. And the reason why that is because of technological advancements. It's not a contrivancy within the story. It's a contrivancy with the visuals. Yeah, but it's only because this is the direction that they were planning on going ever since Toy Story 1. They just couldn't do it because of the graphics of the computers at the time. Toy Story 1 was made in 1995. It's a miracle the movie ended up looking as good as it did. And you know what? To add on to that point, oh, why is it that in Toy Story 3, Woody looks the way that he does with all his textures and shit when he didn't look like that in the first two movies? You see, I could play this game of movie ruining moments myself as well too, but I'm not going to. Why? Because that's not how you criticize a fucking movie.
But some movies are so impressively airtight that it's damn near impossible to poke even the slightest of holes in them. Or they have so few that they are dwarfed by the amount of plot points and character threads that do run consistently.
Except none of those are for any of the Toy Story movies. And a matter of fact, you said yourself earlier in this video that when it comes to, Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, they have like problems with them that they won't come out unscathed because of. And yet here you are now saying that, oh no, they have so little flaws that they're almost perfect. Like, I get it. Yeah, you are still kind of being somewhat consistent with the these aren't perfect movies argument, but like, I don't know, man. You're starting to teeter on that point. And even then, the Toy Story movies, well, yeah, the first three are great movies. At the same time, there are better pieces of media out there that you could use as examples of movies or shows that are like near perfect, if not just straight up perfect. I literally named them earlier in the video. Well, that is if you're not blind. I don't know. I'm sorry to all the blind people out there. So, yeah. Wait a minute, how the fuck are you on a computer?
So, yes, you can break down any movie on this planet in the same way that I did for Toy Story 4, but you will get a different number of errors for every film you do that for. Not all films are equivalent in terms of illogical writing.
While yes, it is true that you won't get the same amount of errors that are in Toy Story 4, at the same time, no matter what piece of media it is, aside from like some extremely specific examples, you'll still find a gigantic amount of flaws in said piece of media that could ultimately be quote unquote movie ruining, as you say. Wait, what's that? He didn't say that? It was Shea Frillis Productions making fun of him for saying that? Yeah, if some big YouTuber like Shea Frillis is making fun of you and he's right, I kind of see there being an issue that maybe you should rethink the way you criticize movies. And other pieces of media for that matter, too.
Third, and most importantly, the simple fact that I am breaking down the events in a movie's plot does not mean I'm nitpicking it. Something a lot of people who only made it as far as my first Toy Story 4 video believed was that I spent way too long dissecting the opening scene and that it was all such small, nitpicky criticisms. You know, criticizing things like the inconsistencies with Bo Peep's dress and the driveway. Now, I'm not gonna retread old ground in this video and explain why those things make no sense. You already have that video to go watch if you want to hear that. What I want to focus on is the fact that these things are very much not insignificant details as a point of reference for the wider conversation here.
Yes, they are. Like, really think about it. Why do we watch movies? For a story, right? These do not mess with the story of Toy Story 4. There are actual flaws in Toy Story 4 that mess with the story. Those just so happen to not be it. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. If you're going to have a 6-hour negative review about a movie, you're going to have to justify that length. And nothing justifies that at all. People only sat through the first part and nothing else just because of the fact that you spent way too much time talking about those really insignificant details. Maybe if you were to actually, I don't know, focus on the real problems with the movie, then you know what? Maybe people would actually understand and wouldn't have this criticism.
The only reason why Bo Peep is able to be the action-oriented hero that she is in Toy Story 4 is because they completely overhauled the physics of how her dress behaves so that it could be detached and turned into a cape.
As much as I don't want to repeat myself yet again, at the same time, I feel like this is somewhat important. And no, this isn't going to be the exact same thing I said earlier. But what I am going to say that's going to be somewhat similar is that back to the point about Bo Peep's dress, right? I brought up how it's a possibility that the only reason why it's like this in Toy Story 4 and not in the previous movies is because of the fact that this is just what they intended it to be all along. The only reason why they didn't do it back in 1995 is because of the fact that, well, you see, they didn't have the right technology. But that's not even the main problem here. No. The main problem here is that you brought up Bo Peep's physics and how she's like an action character here. And you know what? Fine, I get that. But at the same time, there's an even bigger criticism here that does actually affect the story and does actually have to do with physics. How the fuck is Bo Peep gonna be this action oriented character when she's made out of porcelain? If she falls, she'll shatter. That's why she wasn't in Toy Story 3, because they thought of that. You see, that's a logical inconsistency that you could point out and actually have it, make sense in this. Well, actually, no, not make sense. Doesn't make sense in the story. And yeah, like, you see, there's stuff like that that you can criticize. But here, with the rest of the movie, you didn't even do that. I mean, yeah, you did bring up the actual, flaws that the movie had, but they were just buried underneath all this fucking nitpicking crap. You know what I mean? That's why your video is 6 hours long when it does not need to be that long.
Yes, in isolation, simply saying her dress is different sounds like a very stupid, nitpicky detail to bring up that has no impact on anything. And had it simply been the case that her dress changed from pink and white to blue and black or something, that would be weird and confusing, but also totally meaningless in the grand scheme of things. But that is in an entirely different context to what actually happens in Toy Story 4. In that movie, the reason why her dress changing is so important is because if Bo Peep still has her stiff, rigid wireframe dress from the first two movies, then she wouldn't be able to be a parkour expert in all of her subsequent action scenes. Hence, a seemingly small detail has major implications for the rest of the movie. Same thing with the driveway. If this driveway doesn't exist, which it clearly doesn't thanks to the other movies, and even Kingdom Hearts 3 as has been recently brought to my attention, then this entire opening scene cannot happen because Andy would never have been able to play with RC out there in the first place, and if they don't have a toy to rescue them, Woody would not have been in a position to see Bo Peep get taken away and then try to stop her from leaving in the box scene. As a
Alright, two things. Thing number one, if you're gonna criticize me for repeating myself, even if like I don't intend to, criticize him too. He literally just did that. Another thing too that I want to bring up is how like he wants to nitpick about how, oh, there was no driveway in Toy Story 2 when they were in that house. But like the thing about it is that like I'm gonna ask you this. Do you think anyone was paying attention to the establishing shots in Toy Story 2? Better question that's more fitting for this conversation on an intellectual standpoint. Do you think that the animators working on Toy Story 4 even still have the fucking, models for like the house and the driveway that only exists in this movie and all this other stuff? Do you think they had the character models from Toy Story 2 so they could put here? No, they didn't. And a matter of fact, the reason why they had to redo everything is for two reasons. Reason number one, technological advancements. You can't have a movie look like it was made in 1995 and have it come out in 2019, especially if it's Pixar. Reason number two, they actually deleted a whole ton of Toy Story related stuff during production Toy Story 2 by accident. It's a really interesting story, and I recommend you guys look into that. So, yeah, they're kind of in a position where they have to redo all this stuff. And the thing about it is that with this right here, you know, I feel like that they probably didn't even remember the layout of the house. Most people who work on their movies don't even pay attention to the stuff they do. Like, take for example George Lucas. He doesn't even remember the name of lightsabers. He calls them fucking laser swords. And another thing too is that keep in mind with Kingdom Hearts, yeah, that's a completely different map. However, the thing about it is that I have a feeling that those game designers who work at Square Enix when they make Kingdom Hearts, they actually have a little bit of more care for what they make. Like, honestly, is it bad that the people at Pixar don't care about continuity? Eh, I mean, it's not that they don't care so much to the point where they're willing to break continuity. I mean, I don't consider this to be really that big of a continuity break because, like, all things considered, in Toy Story 4, it's relatively fine in terms of continuity, aside from like some flaws that could very easily be explained. Like, oh, where did Totoro go in Toy Story 4? I don't know. He's probably fucking donated or something. And yeah, that's about it, really. But like, the thing about it that I find to be extremely confusing is why? Why bring it up at all? You know? I get that that's what this point boils down to, but at the same time, like, it's not even that important. It's not even that big of a deal. It's not even that big of a continuity break. It is a continuity break. I'll give credit where it's due, but it's not a big deal. It just really isn't.
Gentle reminder, this box scene is the catalyst for his emotional journey throughout the film. This emotional goodbye he has with Bo heavily informs the final choice he makes to leave Bonnie and all his friends. And it only happens because Operation Pull Toy goes off without a hitch, when it absolutely should not have because Destriva's existence is a blatant contradiction. Hence, a seemingly small detail has major implications for the rest of the movie.
Except, like I said before, no, it really doesn't. I mean, yeah, you could get mad at me for excusing them not caring about continuity, but I'm sorry. It's just such a small detail to the point where, like, I feel like that's a mistake almost anyone would make. Hell, even some of the fucking directors you fucking jerk off all the time, like Martin Scorsese, would make those mistakes. Especially Martin Scorsese, because he's a fucking hack.
You see what I'm getting at here? If you remove any and all context from a given situation, then saying something as simple as, her dress is different, can seem like a meaningless nitpick. But when you actually bother to take into consideration the significance such a change has to the rest of the story, you quickly realize that the things I bring up in my videos are all for a very important reason.
And see, this is the exact reason why I want to do this interjection for this cutaway specifically. Because of the fact that, like, he says it in a way where like you could kind of understand where he's coming from. And don't get me wrong, I do too. Except that the problem is that judging from what I said earlier, I think now you could kind of understand that there's tons of details that are being missed when it comes to, everything he said in his review. I don't even care about the fact that it's a Toy Story review. I more so care about the fact that his style of reviewing is just really fucking bad in general. If someone made a good Toy Story review, I'd be all like, good, he made a good Toy Story review. If someone makes a bad Toy Story review, then I just do what I'm doing here. And that's it.
You see, a movie is like an enormous clock. It only works if all the little cogs mesh together. A clock must be clean, well lubricated, and wound tight. All these little details that may seem insignificant in isolation carry with them very significant consequences for how the rest of the story plays out.
The weird thing about it is that when he said that, like, I could kind of agree with that statement on its own, but connected to everything else in his 6-hour review and what he's saying here and all that stuff, you just gotta keep in mind that he's taking that mentality way too far. You can have a mentality about a movie and like how you review it or like movies just in general, but the thing about it is that you need to make some exceptions. I'm not saying that, Toy Story 4 is the exception, but what I am saying is that there are tons of movies out there, like probably within like the millions range, that are the exception. You know what I mean?
You want to know what an example of an actual nitpick looks like? You guys remember this shot from Toy Story 4? The funny haha moment where the lady screams after seeing the Chucky doll? Well, here's something you may never have noticed about it. If you look at the booth in the background, you will see that the attendant inside appears to have gone brain dead. They just aren't moving at all. They don't even blink, they just stand there menacingly, like a statue frozen in time. This is quite the oversight, and it's very, very creepy to look at, but if the person in charge of this shot hadn't forgotten to animate her, literally nothing about the movie would change.
But the fact that that just seems like a criticism that I could see you making in your fucking review, or who knows, maybe you did and I just don't remember because it's so fucking long and filled with a ton of fucking nitpicks. Like, yeah, yeah, no, like this example, it kind of shoots you in the foot, you know what I mean? Especially considering how almost all of his critiques of Toy Story 4 sound almost exactly like that.
Hence, it was one of many actual nitpicks that were left out of my script. But things like this absolutely do not fall under that category. Things like the material of a dress changing, thus allowing every action scene a character partakes in to happen, or an impossible chain of monkeys being constructed, thus allowing the characters to survive, and allowing the crux of the movie's emotional core to happen are absolutely not nitpicks. You don't
Okay, but just listen to what you said about that animation error and what you said there, both back to back in a row, and just really think about why are people saying this? And a matter of fact, no, allow me to do it for you.
You want to know what an example of an actual nitpick looks like? You guys remember this shot from Toy Story 4? The funny haha moment where the lady screams after seeing the Chucky doll? Well, here's something you may never have noticed about it. If you look at the booth in the background, you will see that the attendant inside appears to have gone brain dead. They just aren't moving at all. They don't even blink, they just stand there menacingly, like a statue frozen in time. This is quite the oversight, and it's very, very creepy to look at. Things like the material of a dress changing, thus allowing every action scene a character partakes in to happen, or an impossible chain of monkeys being constructed, thus allowing the characters to survive, and allowing the crux of the movie's emotional core to happen are absolutely not nitpicks. You don't
I hope you guys see what I mean.
have to care about any of these things. Not even a little bit. They don't have to affect your personal enjoyment of a movie whatsoever. Everyone is going to value different things when they watch a film. Some people will have their immersion shattered when a story doesn't follow any kind of logic, but some people won't care about that in favor of characters or themes or world building or any number of things. You can feel however you want about any of the criticisms that I bring up, but just because you don't personally care about criticisms of a movie's logic doesn't immediately make them all nitpicks.
So now you're just blatantly saying that none of the flaws you have with the movie, with some exceptions, are even like objective flaws that the movie has, as opposed to just your subjective views on the movie, which, like, really now. Look, I get it, Subjectivity is kind of valuable to film criticism. I get it. But when you rely so heavily on subjectivity to the point where it just floods your entire review, that's when it becomes an issue.
Now, having said that, it's important to note that nitpicks are still valid criticism.
See, I was hoping you'd say that so I could go back to this.
You want to know what an example of an actual nitpick looks like? You guys remember this shot from Toy Story 4? The funny haha moment where the lady screams after seeing the Chucky doll? Well, here's something you may never have noticed about it. If you look at the booth in the background, you will see that the attendant inside appears to have gone brain dead. They just aren't moving at all. They don't even blink, they just stand there menacingly, like a statue frozen in time. This is quite the oversight, and it's very, very creepy to look at.
Yes, because nitpicks are valid criticisms, but that's only when it's convenient to what I'm trying to say. Like, now are you starting to understand why I view this person as an idiot? I know I keep asking that question, but like, you see, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like some of the times I ask that, you're just saying no to your computer monitor, which, I mean, I can't hear you, but the fact that I could predict that you're saying that, it just kind of shows how one-dimensional you guys are. You know what I mean? Oh no, not everyone watching this, just the three people who constantly comment in my comment section saying bullshit. By the way, now I know for a fact that there are people out there who watch my videos who actually like my videos, mainly because of the like to dislike ratio and also because of the amount of views I get. Like, seriously, if it wasn't that anyone watched my videos, then why is it that my videos get more than 4 views? Why is it that my like to dislike ratio isn't just 1 like and 3 dislikes every single video? You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna say it straight up. To all the people who watch my content and actually like my videos, just say it in the fucking comment section because I'm getting kind of sick and tired of only seeing negative comments. I don't intend on making this a point constantly. This is probably and hopefully going to be the only time I say it. And if I do ever say it again, then that would hopefully and probably be the last time. So, yeah, because here's the thing, right? these three people in my comment section, who, keep in mind, are the same three people every single time, right? They think that no one likes my videos. Prove to them that people do like my videos. You know what I mean?
There are certainly things I've brought up in the past that are so small and insignificant that if you change them, the movie would not suddenly become a masterpiece. Things like Andy looking different in Toy Story 4, or the calendar and Free Guy not having a fourth day of the month come to mind in that department. Hell, in this very video, I brought up earlier how Tony doesn't look anything like how he used to in the first Incredibles movie. Want to hear another nitpick from this opening scene that I gloss over? The Incredibles are able to transport Jack Jack around in a stroller despite clearly not having one in their possession at the end of the first movie. These points have no impact on anything because if you were to change them to be consistent, it would not affect how the story unfolds in any meaningful way.
So wait, so earlier in this video, you were all like, oh no, every time I say a nitpick that I feel like isn't important to the plot, I cut out of the video. Yet, here's the problem. You're now saying that you don't do that? You only do it when you feel like it's convenient, which I feel like is an absolute issue. Mainly because of the fact that this is the same review that you're saying that you made these points in, which is the Incredibles 2 review, right? He's talking about like the things with the character designs, right? Except like you admit that they're like not essential to the story and do like nothing. So like I don't know, like from what I'm hearing, it's starting to sound like that you're kind of admitting to your flaws without like subconsciously admitting to your flaws. Maybe if you know that there's a problem, you should, fix it and, do a better job at reviewing the things that you review.
Yet, they are still valid criticisms to point out because they are clear and undeniable inconsistencies between the two movies and rather obvious ones at that.
But as I said before, right? Like criticisms to movies should mostly apply to the story, unless if like, said other thing that you're talking about is like worth criticizing. Which, fine, but here's the issue, right? The guy from Incredibles 2 and Incredibles 1, his character design from the first movie compared to the second movie, I don't know, it seems like an improvement in comparison. Like, I'm just gonna say it straight up. Like, it's not worth criticizing if said thing you're criticizing is better, you know? That's the thing with like Bo Peep's dress too. Like, the whole reason why these things in modern Pixar sequels look different to their predecessor is because computers are evolving. Keep in mind, all these movies are animated on computers and they have to just keep up with the times and the standards of quality. That's why they do what they do. This shouldn't be an issue. Like, could you imagine if they kept Tony's design from Incredibles 1 into Incredibles 2? It would look so fucking weird, especially when you consider the year that that movie came out in. Both of them. Man, I hope no one misconstrues my point out of bad faith.
A small scratch on your laptop screen will not impact its performance as a laptop, yet I imagine you would still probably want to avoid it sustaining even the most minor of damages, no?
This is literally just the you wouldn't download a car argument all over again. Physical possessions and pieces of media are very different from each other. Unless if you're talking about like physical media, like, like a book or a DVD or something, but that's not what your point is. Your point is about like, movies having flaws. Here's the thing, right? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and compare fucking Zeitgeist or The Passion of the Christ to, I don't know, someone fucking punching a hole in their TV or something, because, like, those are, like, two completely different things. Maybe I would as, like, a joke, but not as, like, a legitimate comparison.
I've never said Toy Story 4 is a bad movie specifically and entirely because of an impossible chain of monkeys or retcon driveway or any other individual miscellaneous logical inconsistencies or contrivances plaguing the entirety of that script. The longest sections in my Toy Story 4 videos are the parts where I go into great detail about the thorough character assassination and morally reprehensible themes the movie is communicating because those are the things that piss me off the most.
And keep in mind, those issues come into play by, like, the second act. Why did you even have to say anything about the first act if those are like the legitimate real issues that the movie has? Better question, why isn't like your review entirely based on that? Whenever talking about a bad piece of media, the best thing to do is to focus on why said piece of media is bad, not every single individual flaw.
But they're also not the only things I'm going to talk about because there was a lot more to how broken the movie is than just those elements. At the same time, discerning the difference between the importance of a small logic error that I spend a maximum of 1 minute talking about compared to a complete and utter assassination of one's character that I spent upwards of almost 20 minutes breaking down shouldn't be particularly challenging to do. So to simply take one single minor minute-long point that I make in that series and parrot it around as if it's the entirety of my argument is not only wildly disingenuous and inaccurate, but also hilariously ironic considering that these people will accuse me of nitpicking a movie to death while simultaneously nitpicking me by taking one small argument that I make and pretending as if that's all I have to say with absolutely zero self-awareness whatsoever.
Except that's not what the majority of people are doing. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to argue that anyone does this at all. Like, sure that there's some people who do this, except here's the thing. The problem isn't just, one nitpick that you make out of like the entire review. No. The problem is that the majority of your critiques are nitpicks. Yeah, they're short little 1 minute long segments of the review, except the problem is that they keep piling up to the point where they almost make up the entire review. And that's simply because of the fact that you keep looking at each individual flaw. Here's the thing, right? You said it yourself. The biggest flaws of the movie that actually impact the story, you talk about for like, minutes on end, like more than a minute, right? Why don't you focus your review on those? If there are actual flaws with the movie worth talking about, why don't you just talk about those for the review and not just the fucking nitpicks? It almost feels like that you're desperate to prove to everyone that this movie is bad. But like the thing about it is that everyone already knows that. Like you don't have to prove it by looking at the movie. You could just like say your problem with it and just leave it at that. Like this is so fucking dumb. Not even I fucking do this shit. And I was the one who felt the same way about Sonic Frontiers. When I reviewed that game, I was at least kind of knowledgeable on how to review it. Well, yes, it's not my best review, and I would much rather remake it more than anything. At the same time, it's better than this fucking 6 hour abomination.
Also, to everybody asking things like, why do you care so much about a stupid kids movie that you spend 5 hours talking about them on YouTube? I have a few responses to your inquiry. First of all, specifically in regards to Incredibles 2, director Brad Bird has actually said previously that this is not a kids movie. So, you might want to take it up with him the next time you want to reduce one of his films as being merely a silly kids movie.
Okay, you know what? No, fuck this. I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Listen, I agree in the sense that people who use the it's just a kids show or it's just a kids movie or it's just a kids game argument, those people are fucking retarded. But it's people like you who validate that point. Listen, everyone watching this, it's not the problem with the media, it's the problem with the critic. Don't ever use the it's just a kid anything argument because you can review kids media and still be a rational human being.
Because I somehow doubt he thinks so little of his own creation, nor do I think he would believe his movie to be above criticism even if he had tailored it towards children. Speaking of which, secondly, movies targeted towards children are no less susceptible to poor writing than movies targeted towards adults. I judge everything by the same standard. It's as simple as that. I don't give movies like Toy Story 4 a pass because Pixar has shown time and time again that they are more than capable of creating logically airtight, emotionally moving, and meaningful stories that, while not immune to contrivances or plot holes, still have far more positive attributes than negative ones, to the point where the proportion is almost overwhelming. It is entirely possible for movies aimed at kids to go above and beyond in terms of character and plot writing, and I somehow doubt that if I were to create an incredibly detailed analysis breaking down how amazingly well written The Incredibles is for 5 hours, that you'd be saying, dude, why do you care so much about a stupid kids movie? It is of no benefit to my personal well-being to make my videos as long as they are. It would be much easier for me to crap out 10-minute videos on a regular basis in which I say absolutely nothing for the sake of making easy money.
Okay, two things. Number one, listen, did I ever once make the it's just a kids movie argument? No, I didn't. The fact that I could very easily debunk everything you're saying without using such a retarded argument just goes to show that maybe there's something wrong with, what you're doing, right? And for all the people who make that argument, shame on you. Right? And you know what? Another thing too that I want to bring up is how you're saying that you have to make these videos as long as you do. No, you don't. I went over why you don't have to do that. It's because of people like you that the yapping argument exists. Oh, what's that? That argument doesn't exist mainly because of the fact that I speak, but more so because of the fact that people don't think that I know what I'm talking about. Well, you see, that's what I like to call subjective criticism, which is a problem that you have and a lot of the people in my comment section seem to have as well, too. The fact that you guys can be compared to this guy is kind of an issue. Listen, like, the problem here is that, you know, people are saying really dumb things that validate the dumb things you say. But that doesn't mean the things that you say aren't dumb in comparison. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you could very easily make like shorter videos about these movies, you know? Hell, I went over about how you could do so. And by that, I mean only just focus on, the important parts and not just like these fucking nitpicks, right? Like, I'm just saying, if there's a problem that contributes to the length of your video, then maybe you should think about that instead of just saying, well, I have to make it this long. No, you don't. Like, the reason why this video that I'm making right now is as long as it is because of the fact that, it's important to document the history of everything in here. And, that because that's what it is. It's a documentary, right? I know that you could make the argument that I'm going on a tangent with this part of the video, but the thing about it is that I kind of have to, mainly because I was going to use you as an example of why nitpicking is retarded to begin with, right? And the fact that I have to, like, say what you're saying is retarded kind of goes to show how, like, manipulative some of the stuff you say is, right? Well, I wouldn't say so intentionally, more so because of the fact that you're ignorant to what you're saying might have flaws to it. You know what I mean?
Fortunately for my health, I have a lot to say on the subjects that I cover, which is what results in my scripts becoming as long as they are. I don't just throw in random garbage for the sake of drawing out the runtime.
Really now? Because, I don't know, maybe because of the fact that everything you say, with some exceptions, are so minuscule, like, I'm just gonna be 100% honest, it does kind of feel like padding.
Suppose you could technically say that about this little tangent that I've been going on about the topic of logical criticism and nitpicking in kids' movies, since it's not explicitly about Incredibles 2, but considering that it's just a kids' movie or you're just nitpicking are the #1 defenses that I've seen for Pixar movies recently, I think it's more than relevant to lay down some ground rules for how this stuff works in case anyone wants to try to use those same defenses this time around.
And see, now this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you see what you say here as just like the end all be all to like all criticism to you and be all like, oh, this doesn't apply to me because of this, right? But like the issue is that like you do realize that I was able to poke holes in almost every argument you made, and like not only that, but like there's like actual issues that aren't just like nitpicking like what you do in your fucking reviews.
More to the point, longer videos mean more extensive and meticulous video editing, which, believe it or not, ain't exactly the most thrilling thing in the world. But I do it because I'm not interested in damaging the integrity of my arguments by artificially chopping out segments just for the sake of creating a shorter, less comprehensive analysis.
But you see, like, cutting out nitpicks isn't going to damage your criticism. And a matter of fact, it's ultimately going to make it so much better. There are, like, tons of negative reviews of Toy Story 4 that are way better than yours, mainly because of the fact that they actually get to the fucking point, as opposed to just talking about nitpicks the entire time, with some exceptions. Like, I get it. Making long videos is fucking hard work. I mean, I'm making a long video myself right now and you're watching it. Like, you think I think this shit's easy? No, it's not. And a matter of fact, this right now in production, it's taken me like a month to make this so far. So, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of retarded how you're just gonna like, make these points thinking that like, they're untouchable when like I'm literally here destroying all of them. And before anyone here says that I can't just say that I'm destroying his arguments without anyone like saying so, keep in mind he did the exact same thing in his server, so you know. Like, I get it. Two wrongs don't make a right, but at the same time, it's kind of hypocritical how you're gonna criticize me for stuff that he did that you'd like defend him for, you know? Also, your precious Vosh, the biggest Fooly Cooley hater, he fucking did this shit too. Yet you guys are, for whatever reason, now continuing to use the points that he made, even though you think that he's a pedophile, which he is, and you're just gonna like continue to use the guilt by association fallacy when like you just use the points that he makes all the time. And even then, when Vosh does do this shit, it still backfires at his face massively. Just look.
You got blown the fuck out. And it's not because your points are bad. It's because your points are bad and you're stupid.
You're fat.
Now, you see, that's a very easy point to debunk. Not because he's not fat. Oh, God, no. He's fucking morbidly obese. I bet his fucking arteries are clogged every day. No. You see, the thing about it is that, like, that's not a point. That's a joke. And he could have said that. But no, he didn't. And a matter of fact, what he did do instead was that he laughed, which only strengthened the point. Because said joke was actually funny, wasn't it? I don't know. It seems like Vosh was the one to get fucking destroyed in this argument over here. You know what I mean? Maybe Fooly Cooley is the greatest show of all time and only idiots hate it. Is this why your profile picture is Conti Vosh? Is it because you're a closeted Fooly Cooley fan, but you don't want to admit it? And you know that you could put him as your profile picture because not many people even know that this show exists to begin with, even though they should? I mean, come on, Vosh. It's not like you have to hate this show because you're virtue signaling and hiding from the fact that you're a pedophile.
If the offender is consuming child porn without paying for it, if you're not paying for child porn, if you're just getting it, there is no moral or legal argument against that. That doesn't also like rope in you guys for the.
Hey, yo!
Ah, yes. An animated show with no on-screen sex scenes. Ugh, it should be illegal. But live-action CP that endangers the people who are involved? Now that's okay. Like, you see what I mean? This is the exact reason why I always use Daisy's destruction as the example that I do. It's always because of the fact that that's the most extreme example that there is, and everyone always jumps to the fucking anime being like the biggest example of like this type of shit. They always compare it to that extreme, if not say that it is that extreme. It's stupid. Like, come on. Like, ugh, I don't even fucking know, man. This is so dumb. You know, if it wasn't for Vosh's existence, I wouldn't have been making this argument about virtue signaling time and time and time again. You know what I mean?
Especially since I do not have the power to hold you hostage and force you to watch my videos in one sitting, nor would I want to. You are free to split them up into multiple viewing sessions as you so choose. You may consume my content however you best see fit. I didn't even think I would ever need to say something so obvious like that, but something that I've discovered over the last few months is that there's a disturbing amount of people whose only view of media analysis begins and ends at long video equals bad video. Assuming that for someone to talk for this amount of time about a movie, I must repeat myself constantly and pad out the runtime with random nonsense without even bothering to actually watch the content itself before making a judgment call on it, at which point they would realize that statement isn't even remotely accurate.
That's the weird thing about Gaming Magic 15. There is a logical human being hidden underneath all that retard. Except the thing about it is that most of the stuff he's saying is just either retarded or just doesn't apply. I don't think people see your content and say, oh, it's long, therefore it's bad. That's what people see about my content. Yeah, but on a serious note, though, no, like, their problem is that you spent so much time talking about stuff that doesn't even matter to the point where, like, it just takes up almost the entire runtime. And the vast minority of the video is actually you talking about the problems with the movie itself, right? But you know what? I'd forgive that. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't. Well, let me just continue. I'd forgive that if it wasn't for the fact that you started this point by making the don't like, don't watch argument. Which, like, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with saying that to people who, like, don't even fucking get paid for the stuff they do, or at the very least have any other incentive aside from money, right? However, the problem lies when I could point that exact same argument to you. Keep in mind, you've watched Toy Story 4 so many times, so where you could discover every single flaw with the movie, right? You only have to watch a movie like at least once or twice to get a proper review of it, or at the very most, like maybe three, right? But no, I could tell just from this review that you made of Toy Story 4 alone that you've sat there and watched the movie hundreds of times in order to, like, actually get that point across. And I feel like it was detrimental to the, review itself. So, I don't know. Maybe this is one of those cases where the don't like, don't watch argument could very easily be applied to the critic. Except, this is like the only exception I have to that rule. That I know of. Actually, no, wait, I have more.
Finally, I would rather talk for too much time and make my arguments crystal clear than I would spend too little time on a subject and have people accuse me of not explaining myself enough. I'd rather be accused of talking for too long than not going in depth enough. Lengthy, in-depth analysis videos are what you can expect to see far more of on my channel moving forward on a hopefully slightly more regular basis than what I've been providing recently. And I am sorry about that, of course, but it does take quite a bit of time to make these things. That type of content isn't something that's going to appeal to everybody, which is fine. I can't force you to watch my videos, and I can't force everybody on the planet to like them. But for those of you that are interested in these types of videos and the topics that I cover, let me reassure you that I have no plans of stopping anytime soon.
The weird thing about this is that this is a point I could somewhat get behind, because like the TLDR argument is like extremely retarded, mainly because of the fact that, people want to pretend that, oh, you gotta simplify things down to just have it be one character, right? And like, God, that is so fucking dumb. Like, nah, like, you shouldn't fucking do that. But here's the thing there's balance, right? Sometimes if you make a video that's too short, you're not going to get your point across. While other times, if you make a video that's too long, your point's ultimately going to get drowned out. You need balance. But you know what the worst part about this is? I didn't find this clip from the original video it came from. God, no, I would not want to sit through that video. No. What I found this video is in a video called To People Who Are Saying That Gaming Magic 13 is Nitpicking. Really now? So you're telling me that this clip is going to be sent to people for accusing Gaming Magic 13 of nitpicking, right? Which, he is. It's not even really an accusation at that point. But you're just going to have it be him saying his reason for why he's not, even though, like, it's really weak, when you could have very easily done the same thing for me in the video, like, to the people who say that Rocky talks about politics for no reason. You know what? Here's a clip that I feel like is fitting for this situation. Alrighty, guys, it's time to take off your headphones again. Fucking pussies. And no, just because I said that doesn't mean you shouldn't take off your headphones. You really should, because this next clip is going to be extremely loud.
I'm a self-righteous liberal douchebag, not you! I've kissed a transsexual before! How many of you can say that? Where's my fucking medal?
Alright, back to the nerd.
So the only way I'm going to show you the end of this game is to enter a password. But look at this!
Why does the fucking password have to be so damn long? Is it really necessary to have both capital and lowercase letters, as well as numbers, question marks, and exclamation marks too? If you're writing this down, you're gonna get confused. S's look like 5s, zeros look like O's, capital and lowercase letters can look identical, and lowercase L's look like 1s and uppercase I's. That's something I have no tolerance for. The password system should be simple, straightforward, and easy to use. As long as you know the password, you should be able to enter it and move on. It doesn't need to be a fucking project. Assholes.
This is one of the few times the TLDR argument can be used and have it actually work. Except the problem here is that games don't even use passwords anymore. So, you can't really make that point anymore unless if you're reviewing an old ass game like this. Ah, James's two favorite drinks, Rollin' Rock and lighter fluid.
Bullets don't go far. They also look like ping pong balls. The game reminds me of Akari Warriors, and it suffers from the same problems, though the levels are not nearly as monotonous. But one thing that happens is, if you die, you can reappear in an obstructive place and get stuck.
Yet again, more foreshadowing.
Who does Rambo think he is? Jesus Christ?
The fact that their appearances are both so similar to each other says a lot.
Well, let's check out Rambo 3, again on the Sega Master System. Now, this one's going to be fun, because it uses the light gun. Unless the fucking thing doesn't work!
Why is this joke more funny than it needs to be? Oh yeah, that's because it's actually funny. Oh no, guys, this joke is a part of an MK Ultra support group. But just saying the N-word? That's funny. Like, come on, guys. Like, comedy exists. It's right there. You don't have to, like, not be funny. You just have to be funny. That's it, you know?
Now, with all the Rambo games, I could probably go on for hours, but that's not what it's about. I just wanted to give you a basic overview. Now, it's been about 20 years since these games were out. It's also been about 20 years since the last Rambo movie. Now, I'm psyched to go see Rambo 4. But it's not called Rambo 4, is it? Let's address this title situation one last time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, James has this series called Chronologically Confused where he talks about like the inconsistencies between movie titles in their series, which, you know what? Like, the only reason why I didn't talk about it is because I didn't really see any significance in it up until now. But with that being said, why are you just gonna name your first movie Suicide Squad and then the sequel The Suicide Squad? Like, you're gonna make people confused whenever I talk about your mediocre movie, and then they're gonna think I'm gonna be talking about your pile of shit movie. What the fuck?
Now, back in my chronologically confused video, I was making fun of Rocky 6 being called Rocky Balboa, so I made a sarcastic comment. Let's take a look. What are they going to do? Call it John Rambo? And what do? That's what they call it. And I feel bad. I feel like I picked on a retard or something. Like, what are you, retarded? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, James, look out. All the virtue signalers are going to call you neo-Nazis while ignoring all the chud channels that exist. Seriously, how is it that you're going to call people neo-Nazis for calling people retarded, but when people are, like, advocating for eugenics, they're apparently not Nazis? You guys are picking the wrong target. I almost feel like that the boy who cried wolf situation is still going on even after the wolf came. Alright, next video.
Play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo. Take your diarrhea, jump in his gear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole. Broke your skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest game you ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd.
He's the angry video game nerd.
I freaking love this intro right here. It goes to show that James is extremely appreciative of his fan base. And honestly, if I actually had like a fan base that was more appreciative of me, I'd be just as appreciative of them. The problem is that like, you know, no one's really making like fan shit for me and like no one's like really being active in the comment section other than the people who hate me. So like honestly, though, like, if you guys really like who I am and all the content that I make, I would definitely suggest, like, at the very least, sending some support in the comment section. Honestly, I might even consider in the future shouting out people who are positive in the comment section. I mean, fuck it, it's the least that I could do. I may as well show my gratitude to you guys, you know?
So she's in Oz right away, and Glinda gives Dorothy the ruby slippers. I always thought that was sketchy. Why does Glinda have such disregard for Dorothy's safety? Having the ruby slippers makes her the target of the Wicked Witch. It's not like Dorothy asked for the damn slippers.
It's kind of funny how James brings this up in his review of the Wizard of Oz game because when I was in film class, my teacher, he said the same thing about this movie. Like, not really like that, but like other stuff too. Like, another example that I found interesting would be at the end when the Scarecrow finally got his brain. Just take a look at this.
Where I come from, we have universities, seats of great learning, where men go to become great thinkers. And when they come out, they think deep thoughts, and with no more brains than you have. But they have one thing you haven't got, a diploma. Therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Universitatis Comitiatum e Pluribus Unum, I hereby confer upon you the honorary degree of THD. THD? That's Doctor of Thinkology.
Sum of the square roots of any two sides of an isosceles triangle is equal to the square root of the remaining side. Oh, joy, rapture! I've got a brain! How can I ever thank you enough?
Well, you can't.
Okay, so to give context for those who haven't seen this movie, you know, because Gen Alpha exists, we see earlier in the movie that the wizard was already like a scam artist beforehand in the middle of, you know, bumfuck nowhere, right? And then, you know, later on when, you know, they make it to Oz, right? He's like the wizard there as well, too. And I don't know how he ended up there, probably through the same tornado. But regardless, though, he got power and he's just been scamming everyone there into, you know, pretty much becoming a king, right? And then what ends up happening next is that, like, so basically, he just scammed the Scarecrow so bad that he sucked out his fucking brain cells and made him stupider. Because keep in mind, earlier in the movie, he actually was pretty smart. Yeah, he may have been talking about how he doesn't have a brain, but the thing about it is that he was actually pretty helpful throughout the movie. Now, at this point, he was just tricked into thinking that he's smart now when he was already smart before, and now he's just saying fucking pseudo-intellectual garbage like that. The worst part about it is that math problem that he said was wrong. I might not know what the answer to that equation is myself, but at the very least, I know that that's wrong because I was told that it was wrong by a teacher. You know what I mean? And, you know, they should know better than, well, a fucking scarecrow. I don't know. You see, and the worst part about it is that this is more so like a commentary on like the educational system too. Yes, you could graduate and have a degree both in high school and college. Doesn't mean you're not a fucking idiot. This is why I don't value my degree as much as any other people would. I mean, yeah, I'm happy I could get jobs because of it. But the thing about it is that I feel like whether or not I graduate or not, I'd still be the same person, you know? I wouldn't be any less smart or any more dumb, you know what I mean? A lot of the stuff my film teacher brought up in this movie when talking about it was like, you know, adult references and jokes that kids wouldn't get. But this was like a kids movie made like the 1930s. I don't know if any of this was intentional or not, but if it was, that's pretty fucking funny. I still can't get over the fact that that fucking scam was so bad that he got the fucking placebo effect into thinking that he's smart. Dude literally just became Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
What is happening?
Thank you, Tangsy, my dear friend. A simple pill ingested by a man who received a simple idea, a simple thought, so clear and sharp that it cut through his mind like a soft cheese and led him to an invention. Is he doing an accent? Yeah. Every now and then, there are new modalities, new ways of being and understanding our world. This invention, my invention, will change everything. For the better, one hopes. But the good of the scorpion is not the good of the frog, yes? You must excuse me. I've grown quite weary.
Come on.
Finally, my friends, at long last, the day has come. We have the means, the understanding, the technology to allow spiders to talk with cats.
Oh God, here it is! Watch out for the clock! Oh! Now, the lion's the best, and here's why.
Oh, the lion, I'm the lion, I'm the lion from the Wizard of Oz. One time a rooster took a shit up inside of the barn. Let's have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Put him up, put him up. Oh, I like to wipe my ass with his tail. It's not my dick, it's my tail.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Look, we're trying to read this game. We're up to your part right now. My part. Now, here's how the line works in the game.
Ah, yes, the classic AVGN staple of character from game appears in real life. Well, I mean, he didn't originate from the game, but he's playing the game that he's in, so I guess that counts. And you know what? Now that we're at this point, let's skip to the funniest part of the video.
There's no shitty game like this. I'm serious. Like, it shouldn't have been made. Like, it's almost half as bad as Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And I know it's been like 40-something reviews, and I'm still talking about Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, but I'm serious. It's really almost that bad. Fuck this game. Watch it go. Damn! You just plastered the game on my ceiling with your shit.
Alright, this next intro is pretty good.
He's gonna take you back to the past. He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd. He's the angry video game nerd.
Okay, so do you guys remember my nostalgia for the beach video? Well, in that video, I brought up wood aesthetics, right? This is what I'm talking about. Take a look.
First, we're going to talk about the Intellivision. It was test marketed in 1979, but officially released in 1980. Notice its fine wood texture. Everything back then was made of wood. You know the Stone Age? Well, that was the Wood Age.
There's just something about this aesthetic that just makes me feel so happy. And no, it's not an MK Ultra support group. Why do you guys always insist that anything that makes anyone happy is an MK Ultra support group? Bro over here is looking like these motherfuckers.
And the games barely fit in the cartridge slot. It's like trying to stick your dick in a Cheerio.
I stuck my pee-pee in some Cheerios.
So this is Space Battle. Sounds promising enough, but okay, what's this? None of the buttons do anything but make fart noises. And the overlay has a bunch of Triforces. Is this where they came from? All you gotta do is wait for the squadrons to meet the aliens, and then it brings up the battle screen where you shoot blueberry pancakes. This should be the whole game. Why does this part even exist?
And the weird thing about it is that they could have very easily gotten away with it because of the time they were released.
Alright, what do we got here? Space Spartans? Man, what the hell does that mean? A Spartan in space? Was Marvin the Martian a space Spartan?
Yes, he was. Also, for all those people who say that the Roman Empire is so based and red-pilled, yeah, good luck going around in public in your Marvin the Martian cosplay. Include the makeup, too. You want to cover your entire face in black. I hope the social ramifications of wearing makeup like that aren't gonna hurt you. I know they hurt me, for sure.
You got this grid screen and you shoot shit, which looks like TIE fighters. Microsurgeon. The picture reminds me of Slim Goodbody, and I can't believe I'm making that kind of reference.
Ah, James, you had it so lucky back then. Not knowing what Slim Goodbody is, that's normal. Hell, I just found out about who he was again through this video, and I'll keep finding out who he is every single time I watch this video, right? But, you know, now we're living in a day and age with Gen Alpha. Watch this. Mario.
Who?
Oh, look, they don't know who that is. Look what you've done, Gen Alpha. You destroyed our culture.
But anyway, you control a barely visible dot on the screen moving around the human body. There's spiders and clouds floating around, and I doubt this thing's medically accurate. You just explore all the guts, technically making it the goriest game ever made.
Hey, look at that. It's Araya Gaming's favorite game.
Frog Bog. You're a frog, and the goal is to eat as many flies as you can. It's the same thing as Frogs and Flies on the Atari 2600, but the graphics are way better. On Atari, the flies are just flickering dots. However, it's more fun to play because of its fluid control. It's a fine example of better graphics don't make a better game.
I'll give Gen Alpha credit where it's due. At least Gen Alpha is not like, going around saying, oh, this game sucks because it's not realistic looking, right? Because why would they say that? All they play are shitty mobile games anyway, so they'd be a hypocrite if they said something like that. But you know what? Just because there's one good thing I could say about Gen Alpha doesn't mean that I don't have billions of terrible things to say about them. But, okay, we all know the reason why this video is as interesting as it is.
Mattel Electronics presents B-17 Bomber.
B-17 Bomber.
B-17 Bomber.
B-17 Bomber. B-17 Bomber.
B-17 Bomber.
Alright, fuck the game. Let's try Bomb Squad.
Mattel Electronics presents Bomb Squad. They'll never do it in time.
The code. Figure out the code. What? Guess I gotta defuse the bomb.
It won't be easy. Replace this third, this fourth, this second, this first.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Man, could you imagine if games were still voiced like that to this day?
Mattel Electronics presents B-17 Bomber.
Look, this video is almost 3 hours long, and if it does get to 3 hours long, which it will, the thing about it is that I intend on making this my 600 subscriber special, which is good because then I can make this a two-parter, and I'll only make part 2 if you guys get me to 700 subs, which I feel like will happen regardless if I ask you to or not. But, the thing about it is that, because of that, I feel like I should end this video with, the most epic YouTube drama of all time. Many might even say the only good YouTube drama to ever exist. Might I introduce you guys to Nostalgia Critic versus AVGN?
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. And I have a bone to pick with one angry video game nerd. At least once a week, one of your fans comments on my video saying that I am very similar to you. Oh yeah, an angry critic who's obsessed with the past? Never seen one of those before. But the fact of the matter is, these comparisons keep coming and coming and coming. As both you and I know, there is no comparison. I am by far the greater talent. I mean, you may have reviewed bad video games, but I reviewed bad movies based on bad video games, which is far worse.
Wait a minute. Bad movies based on bad video games? Dude, the 3 movies that you put up on screen were the film adaptations of Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Super Mario Brothers. I mean, yeah, the movies, they do suck, but at the same time, the games that they're based on are classics.
You may have reviewed the 3rd Ninja Turtles movie, but I had the courage to review all 3 in a row.
Again, this doesn't apply because, the first 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies are actually, good.
P.S. Horribifuckus is still copyrighted. And you may have beaten the shit out of Bugs Bunny, but that's nothing. Here's a taste of what I do to myself.
You're comparing a man who's strong enough to defeat a toon without dip to self-harm. Also, Critic, we have 2 ears. Don't just favoritize one of them.
And if that's what I can do to me, just imagine what I can do to you. So, I say to you, angry video game nerd, if that is your real name, Keep your fans under control. You don't see my fans leaving threatening comments all over your videos, like they should be. So, please, leave this petty, jealous rage behind you and simply acknowledge that I'm the better man. If you accept this defeat, please respond by leaving absolutely no comment whatsoever. In fact, don't even respond to this video. In fact, act like you have a million other things going on in your life that you wouldn't even have time to watch this video, let alone respond to it. Do that, and I will accept your apology. But if there are any more outbursts out of you, Mr. Video Game Nerd, I swear to God, there will be words. Followed by some more words. Followed by maybe a few more words. And then topped off with an ass whooping! I am talking nerd on critic action, and I assure you it will not be pretty. It will be very unpretty. I'm the nostalgia critic. I remember it, so you don't have to.
It is so crazy how that last part was so reminiscent to modern dramas. It's like insane. And the worst part about it is that people see behavior like that and they're all like, that guy won the drama. Except like, no, people don't like talk like that and expect to win. And a matter of fact, the nerd's response is much better. Just take a look.
I'm the fucking nerd. And there's this guy called the Nostalgia Critic.
I remember it, so you don't have to.
And he's been talking about me an awful lot lately.
I have a bone to pick with one angry video game nerd.
So here's my big comeback to you, Nostalgia Critic. You suck.
It's satirical. The Nostalgia Critic and Angry Video Game Nerd both respect each other's work.
Yeah, I got pens, and I'm not afraid to use them.
It's satirical. Nobody really throws pens. I mean, yes, the pen is mightier than the sword, but that's just an expression meaning that communication is more effective than brutality.
Now you might be thinking, is that his comeback? Is that all he's got? Well, no. I got more. You're a poopy head. When we spell it out, you're a poopy head.
This comeback is so good that it became a meme.
Green, what's your problem, Green? What is your problem? Missile alone ramp.
You're a poopy head. When we spell it out, you're a poopy head.
And yes, it did go so far as to them meeting up in real life, which does tend to happen still to this day, huh? Who knew?
So, critic, how dare you come here?
Critic! Have you accepted my challenge to review a horrible, nostalgic movie?
Yes, nostalgia critic, I do accept your challenge. But you must suffer at a bad game.
E.T.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
I'm on a bad game. The Treat Department.
I thought this beef was all online. I didn't think this was for real.
You stay out of this,
You had
ass!
like 10 disclaimers on your video.
Listen, just because we saved Christmas together doesn't mean you have to be involved in this. You can just, this has
Get out of this house! This
That's
isn't your
all,
business!
James.
Out.
Who are you? Sorry, are you on
Between
YouTube
me
or something?
And the nerd, I was almost as popular as him. I was like number 50. Okay, nerd. You know what, nerd? Let's settle this right now. Right here, right now.
In the ring. In the ring. But you know what? My ring's outside.
Let's do it!
Yeah!
Right now! Let's go! Clear the way! We're coming for you! Come on!
Hey!
I'll do a video game.
You do a video game, I do a movie. I'm just gonna keep playing games. Just keep playing games. That's the best. All right.
But mark my words, nerd. This isn't over. You have not seen the last of me. There will be others! So, what's the best way to get out of here?
Oh, you know where Route 80 is?
Yeah.
You go on Route 80 and, just make a, I don't know. You make a turn here, you go, so.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Later.
Yeah, imagine any online feud that results into a fight in real life, except good. So, pretty much the opposite of this.
Yeah, like he was going down the alley. His lights off. Look. Oh, here he is. Come on by, buddy boy. Come on by, Sir X. Come on by.
I thought you went for the theater.
Come on. Come over here.
Why?
Stupid motherfucker.
Why would you leave me alone? Why?
Why wouldn't you learn?
Let me out. Let me out.
Bitch! Get the fuck out of here. Who's the king?
You are?
Then run away now. And shut the fuck up.
Fine. You win. You win. You win. Please let me go. I'm begging you. Please.
Get the fuck out of here. Get up. Get the fuck up. Bitch.
While entertaining, still overused. Also, we could barely even see shit. However, aside from that, something magical ended up happening. Just take a look.
He's gonna take you back to the past to pull these reviews out of his ass. He'd rather have a crocodile pin him down and suck on his cock. He'd rather eat some rotten dog shit than drown it down with rolling rocks. He's the world's biggest and greatest cynic. He's the angry video game critic. He's the angry video game critic.
This is something that would never happen again, and we just need to cherish it with all our heart. While the intro itself is still pretty interesting to witness, at the same time, yeah, like the review itself is kind of shit. Also, why didn't James cosplay as the nostalgia critic like how Doug did here? Like, honestly, that would have been pretty cool to see. Let's see that in the future one day, hopefully. So then, what happens next? Only one of the most legendary fights in all of history.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. I gotta say, I've been getting a lot of letters from people asking me, what's going on with the Angry Video Game Nerd? Is the feud over? Let me tell you something. The feud will never be over. As long as that shit-eating cockknocker is still around, I will always be there to hand him his... What? What was that? What the hell's going on? I mean, what the flying fuck?
Critic!
Nerd!
So, you're still talking shit about me, huh?
I will never stop talking shit about you until you retire or die. Or retire then die, or die then retire.
Alright, things have gone far enough. I have one thing left to say to you. I'm sorry.
Bring it on, nerd! You want a piece of me? What?
No, seriously, when I sat down and reviewed that Ricky 1 movie, I realized how hard it really is to have to sit down and review a movie like that.
Oh, well, to be honest, I mean, Bebe's Kiss was a real pain in my ass. I guess that made me realize that reviewing horrible games isn't all that easy either.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, why are we doing this?
I don't know. It's pretty ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean, just the fact that I'm the better talent, I mean, nobody really cares. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I guess you have a point there. You know, it makes me realize that, what?
Ah, yeah, but don't worry. I mean, it's not like you have to stop making your inferior videos.
Suck my big fat sausage, you festering ton of ass!
Ah, fuck you, you fucking cocksucker, fuck Bart!
Alright, let's settle this. Let's settle this once and for all. A giant epic battle of nerd on critic action violence to the death!
Oh, okay. You want your nerd on critic action? Well then, show me that you have the balls, get your ass over here, and we'll have the final battle.
Alright, nerd, let's settle this. Let's settle this forever!
Get your ass over here!
Fine!
What are you raising a barn? Shut the fucking door!
Oh, just hurry up and take me! Who keeps piles of boxes around? Honestly!
Oh, don't you talk about my boxes! I like boxes!
That's the fuckest thing I ever heard, shit mop!
Shitload of fuck!
Fuck monkey!
I'm giving you both middle fingers at full force!
Cow humping transvestite!
B5-0, fuck you!
Ass blower!
You turd burglar! Rabble, rabble, rabble!
Oh, look at me! I'm the angry video game nerd!
Fuck you,
I
fuck
like
you,
to
dick,
review
dick, dick,
video
dick, dick!
games.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you,
I like to do stupid things because they smell good. Shut up! You fucking little fuck that's fuck more fucking than your fuckers that are fucking a fucking world. Cock knocker.
Jerk.
That's it!
Sonic boom! Sonic boom!
did you let your brother die?
Brother? You're my brother?
Yes, I am your brother.
Well then, surely you know the name of our mother.
Well, of course I know the name of our mother. Elizabeth. Oh, blame a guy for trying.
Jesus Christ!
Super Mega Death Tries, bitch.
So yeah, what happened after that? Was Doug Walker officially deplatformed off of YouTube, never to be seen again, and officially be canceled and labeled as a pedophile for the rest of his life? No, actually, they're actually friends now. Why can't more YouTube dramas end like this? But you know what? After this, what's next? What am I going to talk about when I make it to 700 subscribers?
Welcome back to Ben Rants, and when I was a kid, politics did not get involved in reality shows.
If you guys really want to hear me say something controversial, get me to 700 subscribers, and I will. Holy freaking crap, we made it to 3 hours? Let's go?